Hello and welcome, little lads and small lads. And we don't have any big lads here. We purged them. We wiped them out. That and the starvation they had to overcome saw them all die. Oh, fuck. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to reset the goals. There's always something every stream that we just sort of fucking forget. I just fucking know it, shit. I was like, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that, and then I didn't do it. I didn't do it at all. Let's check. But by and large, we haven't really lost any patrons or subscribe stars, and it should be basically, it's the month, it's not the week. It's the last week, though, so we gotta roll it in. Now, don't worry, you're looking at that bar like, Kib, you didn't make it, you died. It's like, yeah, technically, this month we didn't reach our goal, but the last week, or sorry, this week we didn't reach our goal, or you know what I mean? Last week we didn't reach our goal, but the week before that week we did, so it's alright, it's alright. In fact, we exceeded it by a fair margin. End goal. Big sad. That's the first time technically a week we didn't make it, but I don't really count that one because, well, you know, the week that came before. You know how it be, Chad. You know how it be. Alright, so let's see. 8, 10, 30. No, it needs a 0. Okay. Gross. There we go. Perfect. Control C and Control V. No, fuck, chat. I always set that up wrong. It's mons followed by money number $1,010.12. Then followed by the date. Then you hit the start goal. Not done. There we go. Reset. Donation go. Yeah, that didn't really go very far. $1,010.12. And then we go type in months again. Then we put in the month. Then we hit start goal. There we go. Look, they're all done. There we go, chat. All sorted out. Now today we'll be playing OverLord II, and we'll be attempting to beat this game before I have an aneurysm. If we beat it fast enough, I will stream something as well, or something else as well. I need to sort out my playlist because they're a bit of a mess right now. You're dead, Codemasters. You died. Alright. Alright, look at that. We're back from the dead. Now, I wonder if we can actually craft some items, actually, because, you know, we've got resources. Maybe it's time to make a better weapon. Maybe that's the issue here, chat. Maybe we lack equipment. War gear, if you will. How are you doing, Reguline? And, Gunfox, and Zaki, and Sturha, and... I can't pronounce acrylic names, so we'll just say Elena, because that's as good as it's gonna get from Kib. And Jafar. And Grump. Or Gump. He could be a Grump, though. Alright, let's see if we can't make a new weapon, or how far we are. Oh, we're a bit of ways. Actually, we need to farm minions a little. It seems to be one of the things we're missing. Warlock. It doesn't really give us statistics for what the weapons do, though. With a poisonous sting and a tail mice. Okay, let's see. We don't have a lot of those little red shards. Alright. We will go to one of the previous zones and try to forage supplies and equipment and things to help make this boss fight a little bit easier and totally not to pad out the time of the stream. Chad's like, Kib, I think you're doing a bit of padding. I don't know what you're talking about, Chad. We need to beat OverLord II. So I can play more Pikmin. Pikmin scares me. And then we're gonna do Battalion Wars, chat. Do you even know what Battalion Wars is? Chat, Battalion Wars is... Oh my god, chat! What do you mean you don't know what it is, chat? I can already tell you what Battalion Wars, Kib. Battalion Wars is fucking amazing. It's one of the most amazing game series that sort of flopped and nobody knows what it is. Like, what's a Battalion Wars? It's like Pikmin and Overlord, but like wars. And like tanks and planes and ships and infantry, and it's fucking awesome. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we're going to a zone. Wait, no, I gotta go over here.
I wonder what Quaid.
Draconis, I only have Overlord 3 if you give me $300. I ain't fucking playing that fucking piece of shit. I've gotta come up with established rates for bad games. You're like, you want me to play bad games? Sure, we'll play it for the right friggin' price. Alright, Nordbergian audience, an Everlight audience. Let's see. Everlight, we're gonna do it like a slave revolt.
Master, there are bombs going off around the Everlight resort. We fear it's those elf soldier louts from the jungle trying to start a rebellion.
Not a rebellion.
Say, I do like that little winkly creature of yours. No.
Battalion Wars you'll need to emulate if you want to play it. It's a GameCube game.
Can I take him back with me?
Battalion Wars 1 is awesome. Battalion Wars 2 is even better, but it's a Wii game, so it's a bit of a nightmare. Accept or refuse. Accept. We have a lot of things to share, chat. Press accept. Sure. It doesn't really matter what we do.
Come on, little Gnarly.
Hopefully our stream schedule will be on par. I took out bread from the freezer and thawed it. My apartment is a bit of a disaster zone, chat. You've been staying there for a while. Sqek. I have no idea what the goal of this mission is. Other than that, there is a mission.
Get those barrels into position.
Too late! He's here!
Alright, we've got some schminions. Let's collect some gold, because why not? Never a reason not to collect gold. Alright. You gotta be wary of bombs. Elves and shit. So Kibs, why not do chicken and rice bakes, since they are a large amount of volume and relatively cheap? If you want, you can DM me recipes for cheap food. I felt like having sandwiches this week, so we got sandwich material. It's sandwiches for days. I made a homemade buffalo chicken pizza, but I feel a little ill after eating it. That's also why I complained about being full and then didn't stream, because I didn't feel very well. I don't know why. It was cooked thoroughly, so I don't know what was up with that. But it was like, it was a passing sadness, if you will. He's gonna try to stamp down our rebellion. Oh god, help me. The rebellion will fail. Alright, we got some burning minions, but nothing too bad, nothing too bad. I don't have a huge amount of food, so I will only be eating one meal today. Very wise. Saving mun-muns. Nice thing about basically working from a desk all day is that it doesn't require me to do much. Physical work. We get some pretty decent equipment. I don't like how the helmets have that super glow effect to them, though. We'll be patient and allow these things to explode at a distance. Ah, there we go.
We'd love you if your creatures were fluffier.
Wow, rude. Very mean-spirited.
The light will be no more. You saved my hands.
We're all terribly, terribly evil around here now, Lord.
Oh, terribly, terribly evil. I hate elves. They're cringe and evil.
Here he comes.
Actually, the thing is, I only like elves in one setting, and I think that's Lord of the Rings. Everywhere else, they're kind of just insufferable. Yeah, we need to upgrade our weapon. Alright, is this glowy thing up here supposed to be going towards that?
They blocked off this entrance too.
Know how to throw a party, son.
Do I need to detonate? Oh, we got a bad guy right there. I was like, I don't even know. I didn't even know. He snuck up on me. Alright, we need reds.
Reds.
No? Can't. Okay, I can target it. Alright, let's back up. Oh. You better pick up that item fast, boy. There we go. Seems like the smiths here make very good equipment, so we'll upgrade our minions with the best equipment we possibly can. It doesn't seem like we're finding a lot of loot. Why are you occasionally getting minor food poisoning? You're gonna accidentally eat a rat one of these days. I didn't get minor. I just don't know why I got ill. It was thoroughly cooked. Wait, what are you doing? There we go. Alright, that's the pathway you couldn't access before.
You choose all outside. You must root out these naughty, rebellious tinkers and make them subservient or make them dead.
Good Spidey, they say. Little bit of grind and never hurt nobody, chat pit. Al-Qaeda? Basically, yes.
This route is blocked as well, sire.
Oh, the music loops too much in this game.
We'd love you if your creatures were fluffier.
You're oppressing our people.
Yeah, basically. Oh my god. We're gonna take losses. Alright, blow up that. Oh, for fuck's sake, that poison effect lasts for way too long in my opinion. Mildly annoying mechanics, to say the least. This game is kind of potato, but what can you do besides cry about it?
Let us have our island back, man.
Alright, so we grab the bomb when it detonates again, or when it comes. Come on! Don't be buggy, do your tube, throw your boom. Well, he died a hero. For the cause, as it were. Wait, no. We have to be careful not to kill them.
Use me for your own ends, sire. We let Everlight fall. Now the Mother Goddess is letting us fall too.
I'm very confused as to how you prevent them from dying. I don't know if I've messed this up. And quite frankly, I don't know if I particularly care.
Nothing will harm you.
Oh boy. Yeah, if that was them, they're dead. Oh, cancer. Come on, get out of the way.
Please don't break any more jocks on my head.
If I die, you know I died.
Yeah, I think we fucked up.
Take me with you.
Yeah, the bomb thing fucked us up. I don't care. Chat, I actually don't care anymore. Like, the game is just fucking borked. Because the minions attack peasants now instead of doing the suppress action. Oh my god. I no longer care. Fuzzy, I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I just want it to be done. I mean, to be fair, I stopped caring ages ago. But, see, he's not actually subjugated.
Use me for your own ends, sire.
Nope, not restarting. I don't care enough. I have zero motivation to do that. And it's almost too late for me to do that. That is cringe. You can say all you want. You're not making me do shit, boy.
We let Everlight fall. Now the Mother Goddess is letting us fall too.
That's right, chat. Whine and whinge. How do I leave this area? I think I'm going the right way. The poison effect can go straight to hell. There's a reason 90% of people got the neutral ending. Yes, I know. I can see clearly now. All we need to do is trigger a save, and then chat's whinings won't matter. Their mewlings and whingings mean nothing to me now.
Minion nibbles, still wet and wriggling.
It is an honor to serve you and your creatures, Dark One.
Alright, where do we go? We need spitters to do something.
Greens.
Very good. So that's how we do it, huh? Chat is weak, whiny, and whingy. This is if the save has overridden it, I'm not redoing it again. Weak, chat. You're weak, pathetic, feeble. Flimsy, even. It might have saved. It might be too late, chat.
Dirty Petter. Lord subdue.
We're about to find out if it's too late. Oh, it might be. It might be.
Master,
You're lucky, little retard, chat. We got called retarded. Chat owes me. They owe me their toes and their pinkies. You lose a limb or bit of your body every time you make me do this. Now, we'll take only the poison boys, because only they can actually do this level with any semblance of competency.
Get those barrels into position.
Too late! He's here!
More gold for Kibs. Always a good thing, I suppose. Oof. Honestly, a couple green casualties is mildly annoying. I don't care enough to go and replenish. It'll be greens, because we need greens to deal with the poison. And the poison's just kind of cancer.
He's coming. He's been trying to stamp down our rebellion. Protect them.
Oh, I'm gonna try alright. I'm gonna fucking succeed.
More barrels.
The rebellion must not fail!
Oh, fuck.
I dig for the dark one.
I dig for the dark one. Wow, dark one, wow.
It saved my hands.
But God, it saved my hands.
We won't let you give our people bad karma.
To bask in your dark glory, Master. Evil is my middle name.
Quick! Set him up!
Here he comes.
This game bores me. I think that's the biggest sin.
Your guests are enjoying themselves, Lord.
We need to play Battalion Wars, chat. Battalion Wars is based. Like, based? Chat, Barch doesn't even know what Battalion Wars is. He's like, Battalion Wars? Like, fucking Barch. Oh my god. Little brainlet. Battalion Wars is fucking awesome. It's one of those games that's really fucking cool. Oh my god, get away from it!
They're all terribly, terribly evil around here now, Lord.
I can use my powers to ignite it so I don't have to get reds.
Now, son, you must root out these naughty, rebellious tinkers and make them subservient or make them dead.
So we gotta be careful here because this is cringe and awful. Alright, let's see if we can't find. We'll head back to the town to see if they crafted any loot that might help buff our lads a little bit, make them a little bit on the stronger side. Because right now they're green as can be. Petroleum Wars. No, Battalion. Battalion Wars. Not Petroleum Wars. Battalion Wars is kind of like Overlord or Pikmin. But it's like a World War II sort of like Cold War setting. And it's actually pretty cool. Very stylistic. Very artistic. Very autistic, too. You've got little countries that are themed after Anglo. It's inspired by the Advanced Wars franchise. Unfortunately, the Advanced Wars franchise sort of shafted the collaboration. Not because of that, but the fandom. The fandom didn't realize what we really had. This is one of those few cases where the fans didn't know what we had until it was gone. And it was like one of those things like, God damn it, you idiots. Do you not realize what we had? Battalion Wars 2 is a commercial flop, despite being actually a remarkably interesting Wii game. And one of my favorite Wii games. Wii's actually got quite a few games. Good games.
Headset on.
Oh, hello, little fuzzy buddy. Hey, fuzzy buddy. I'll stream for you in just a moment. I'm just grabbing looty bits.
Okay. It's fine.
How you doing, Fuzzums?
I had a day off from work, so got some more Thief Deadly Shadows done. Played a little bit more of Age of Empires 2. So, happy day. Age of Empires 2 is fun.
Age of Empires is fun. I'm very happy that the Age of Empires 2 Definitive is adding more content to the game. I actually think that's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Been going through some of those DLC campaigns. Much fun.
Yeah, the DLC missions are actually good. And these things have been made in like 2020, 2019, 2018. Age of Empires 2 is still getting content. They've been starting to do that with Age of Empires 3, and it's actually quite interesting.
I prefer Age of Empires 2 over 3. But it's
I just like the
because,
cannons. That's all I like out of 3.
Yeah.
Bouncy
My
cannons.
My biggest gripe with 3 revolves around the core system and how that affects the overall balance and mechanics of the game. So I would rather not have that core system.
I'm not a digger, Lord. I'm more of a watch other people dig person.
We're all terribly, terribly evil around here now.
More equipment. Good.
But yeah, Kibs, that mission, that is real easy to mess up. I found out the hard way the first time that your minions automatically kill the civilians, and I thought, fuck me, this thing is already annoying with the tight rams and bombs.
Yep. And you know what? I look back on what I did now, and I should have fucking been like, chat, pay me. I should have, because there was all asking for it. What a mistake. What a short-sighted kid I am. Can't believe I'm doing this for them. You can't say I never did anything nice for you little tar burglars. Never again will I ever take that. Kib didn't do anything for chat. Shut up.
Kibs plays bad games for your amusement. That is enough.
I mean, I prefer to be paid
Also,
for it. Alright, these aren't pit citizens. They can die.
Yeah, the citizens...
They're the bombers.
Yeah, there should only be really 2 main elven regular enemies. The soldiers, which... Ugh. And there are those little greeny, leafy-wearing enemies that throw the regular bombs. Everybody else should be a civilian.
Throw your bombs, sluts.
I remember
Sluts.
the first time I did that mission, I accidentally took Reds, which was a horrible decision as...
Yeah, the
I
poison.
accidentally blew- And then there's also the bombs. You have to be very careful not to blow up at the end. Because you remember that long strip of platforms?
Mhm.
Right under it, there's a whole bunch of explosives. I accidentally blew those up my first time coming through. Then I realized, oh, spider web on the side. I think you have to use the spiders to flush them off.
We gotta lock on. Game, please. Sometimes this game is a little bit janky. It has to do with the camera working. After playing Pikmin, I think I understand one of Overlord's problems. Overlord should have copied Pikmin's camera. I think that would have helped. Like, I get... Like, this is kind of more like what Pikmin's camera is, except it's a little bit more of an RTS camera. Had they gone with that route, you can actually control your minions, and well, you can control your Pikmin and Pikmin a lot easier, and you can actually perform better strategies and flanking.
Perhaps even implement a larger scale so you could have...
That was one thing Pikmin has. Like, Pikmin came out in the fucking GameCube, and it has, like, you can have up to... Oh my god, recall! Recall! They just stand there. They just stand there. Oh, that bothers me.
I would really like to know what was going on behind the scenes of this game. As this is, by sequel standards, even by the time, especially by the time period it came out of, this is a poor sequel.
Rare Fox, I don't have the money to do that, buddy. Listen, I would support fan artists. I used to actually pay fan artists for fan arts as like a little courtesy thing, a courtesy tip, but I can't even do that anymore. I worry about even being able to afford to fund my development studio.
I want to be by your side.
Bonus art is something I just can't afford, because I like... Let me put it this way. I look at the stream thing and I'm like, will I get Mun Munch today? Will I not get Mun Munch today? And it's like, it's one of those things where you're just like, Is this gonna work? Is this not? I don't know if I'm big enough. I might be too much of a little small fry. Little baby. Little Bobby channel. Okay, that missed. Can you put that over here, please? That's why I'm busting my ass on my game to try to get as much shit done as possible while I have money. Because for all I know, that support is only temporary. You can't expect that kind of stuff, especially in today's climate and economy. Oh my god, game. Recall. Fuck. This game has such issues with, like, fucking unit pathing and movement.
Perfect.
I don't know anything.
And they threw off the edge again.
Paging, sire.
Praise the Dark One. Praise the darkness.
There we go. Now we check to see the objectives and see if we actually did anything. Find your crew missing. Okay, we haven't killed any of them, so we've actually done this the right way.
You're coming up to the important part, where you need to scare them off instead of, well, you know.
Fill me with your dark energy.
Fill me with your dark energy. This is a weird doujinshi shit.
Sticky with you.
Okay, yep, you see they're flushing them off.
Blue Karma, I'm with you.
Yeah, they're green.
Me for your own end, sire. Screw Karma, I'm with you.
Need more vomit buckets.
Alright, come on.
The worst part is you don't really get anything special out of doing this. It's just, okay, it's busy work. It's not like the elves give you any special resources or anything. Because if this was a decent life force farm, it might be more worth it. But by the time of this game, you can have a twice a life force element, and you have a gnome farm in that old fortress. You get the green hive in. If you have the DLC, just that. What reason is there to even do this fortress?
Please don't break any more jugs on my head.
Ah, there's one. Is that the last one?
Oh.
Yeah. Subjugation complete.
I hope your guests
100?
enjoying themselves,
Yep.
Lord.
Okay.
The mother goddess is nothing compared
We
to
did
the
it,
Dark
chat.
One.
Fill me up and corrupt me, master. Yeah, it's quite gross.
Oh wait, I forgot the stream was behind.
Alright, so that's right. I need to stream for Fuzzums, or he just sits there and farts loudly at me. He does that violently. Yay, my eyes itch, chat. You must scratch them. And see, Rare Fox, this is called a psyop. I'm gonna get you to make me art for free. You just don't realize it yet. By guilting you. He's like, wait, I'm being used and manipulated. Yeah, because he can't fucking pronounce words.
Minion nibbles. Still wet and wriggling.
No, he didn't burn the third tar pit. The final tar pit was unburnt. I already know this.
Doctor's will, sire.
Because I'm smarter than you could possibly imagine. Let us see. What's the other town we have to subjugate? There's 3, isn't there?
I think there's only 2. There's Nordberg and Everlight.
Oh, okay. It seems weird. The game feels a little rushed. Both development-wise and, oh, okay.
You can tell they wanted a grander game, but they just couldn't. Couldn't do it.
It's happy hour again, just like the last hour.
Is there a better manufacturing place that builds stuff faster? This just takes forever to get to.
No.
Damn.
You have to find the grinding spots, such as where the gnomes spawn, where the you can just break boxes. I mean, the only reason to go to these places is for the equipment for your minions.
Yep.
Like, otherwise, you might as well just kill them. Because you really don't need them alive if you're thinking in practical terms.
My middle name, sire.
Mm-hmm.
Once you go away and come back, I think those barriers should be gone.
I say, demons of yours really know how to have a good time.
Oh, demons are quite powerful, yes.
I like to remind Kibs he could be playing Battalion Wars or Pikmin now.
Yeah, but we gotta complete these things. Technically, I need to go back and beat Mercenaries, because I haven't done that either. And do Mercenaries 1. But I sort of got sidetracked, because my life is in a potato right now.
I think the next one is, the next,
Oh, you look at those 20 bits. Say hello, Kibs. Are you winning? When's your Rings of Amazon watch party with Dev, the Powerline killer? Dev is a little blabbermouth, isn't he?
what is Dev up to this time?
Dev does not keep Sqek Er. Not to be fair, I was never a Sqek Er, but Dev talks easily. See, you can't catch them. That's the problem I have with those bomb ones.
Swooping doesn't really do it. Usually I just do the right trigger. Or I just have them guard. Although, to be honest, greens have the slower attack animation. They're meant to backstab.
Oh my god, I hate the fact that items go like that.
Yeah, that's why I don't really like grinding for gnomes here. I usually go to that Everlight fort where you get the minion hive. As remember those cages you open up to let gnomes out? Those are good farming spots. You know, and you also get a more variety of life force from them.
That's true. I probably am gonna go there. I'm just heading here because I think this place will produce more equipment if it feels like it will.
There are more forges, yes. More anvils.
The first half of this game, or not half of the game, the first third of the game, Nordberg, felt like a very well fleshed out section. Everlight and everywhere else in the game feels very rushed.
Yep.
But, like, my favorite part of this game is the early section, Nordberg. That's also, I think, exactly why I quit. Because I was like, I want more Nordberg. I don't want the other parts. Nordberg was actually good.
Nordberg had actual... You could tell the old humor was still there. The design was actually decent. The combat scenarios were actually satisfying. Music, I'd argue, even though it does loop annoyingly, is a little better.
Oh god, does it loop? There's like, that feels like it's only 30-second tracks that loop. Feels sometimes like 20.
At least it gives you a bunch of gold. I don't know if that's based on how long they've been mining.
I wish he'd just finished me off fast rather than finish me off slowly.
If we just... Also, look at the pop-in. See how those guys are picking away? Like, this game suffers from being a console game. That pop-in is atrocious.
Should have had this be a dedicated PC game for the ambition they had.
Should have been made for PC first, console second.
Yeah. Though granted, was PC really as big and ready in 2009?
Yeah, it was definitely growing. Like, the PC market's always getting bigger and bigger, in my opinion, because, well, the market's expanding.
It's become easier to get into it also. Like, you have more better standardizations for for computer parts, for how you build them, Steam, and digital storefronts, making it easier to handle your games.
And they tried to put our lord in the arena. Fools.
Alright, the fun part of grinding equipment, chat. We're going to grind equipment for all 40 minions, get them maxed out equipment-wise. Then we will attempt to get our armor upgrades so we can survive the zombies and a weapon upgrade. Because we just don't do enough damage, and we also take way too much damage from those. We can't really survive in a prolonged encounter with them.
What did you, with who?
Zombies.
Oh.
Because when the zombies get cornered, we need to be able to down them ourselves better.
Ah.
Our weapon just does not do the damage. Oh, it's little Dev. Kibs, start the RP back up, you booty hole. It's not so simple, my little Dev lad. I'm working on my IP, trying to get things off the ground, and the RP doesn't pay Kib. Kib has a tight amount of money, and I feel like my money's only gonna shrink as time goes on. Because I don't think the amount of donos I get is gonna be sustainable. So it's make or break. Them's the rocks. Sometimes life's just gonna throw you a curveball and you gotta get ready for it. Which means that I need to double down on getting that IP rolling so I can start making sales there. And finding time for an RP is just not possible. At least not right now.
Did you really break the arena, sire?
Not possible in the slightest. Can feel my hairs turning gray just thinking about it. We need more fucking looty bits, Christ's sake. Also, Dev, I hear you like Pikmin, but did you ever play Advanced Wars? No, wait, I meant to say Battalion Wars. Advanced Wars is also good, though. Oh, the worst part of the items despawn. Fuck, I hate that.
Yes. It'd be better if it just came as a big chest you break, or style, or big pallet of stuff you break to get the items, but nope.
I feel like it's almost better to just sort of wait here and swab back and forth.
It is. You just might as well wait and hope the will come over.
Criminy crickets.
Yeah, you just find the one with the biggest amount of anvils and just stay there. The worst part is they leave after a bit. They really should have programmed the subjugation AI better, because
Most of them aren't even working the forges. I think that's what annoys me the most.
like if you could just at least assign villagers to tasks and stuff like that, and they keep doing it, would make it more bearable.
Like, the subjugation thing is a good idea. It just didn't get expanded. And you can definitely tell because the game is rushed. Like, there are more ideas. I wonder if anybody's done a deep dive into the files to see how many, like, ideas were in the game. Because it's always fascinating. Like, I was looking at a series on somebody talking about Battalion Wars 2 and all the hidden vehicles and stuff. Or the Halo Rubies rebalance mod for Halo CE. Like, the fact the engineers and a bunch of other things are in the game, but were never fully implemented. Like wild animals and whatnot. That were cut from the final product. Or sections of levels cut from the final product. Because they just couldn't quite make it in time, because the game was rushed.
It happens a lot of the time. This game is especially prevalent.
I wish I could tell when they're maxed out, though.
I think the max is 400%. It does not tell you that's the max. You just have to know.
Like, they're looking pretty kitted out.
Yeah. I usually never look at the minions. I just look at that fist percentage. When you get 400%, that's...
There we go.
You know.
Alright, next batch. We'll do browns. Then we do 40 reds, 40 blues. And then we go farm some minion souls. Quite a bit. So we can get the items we need. And then we get armor upgrade, weapon upgrade, and then a bunch more minion souls, and then we're good.
Yeah, this is why I usually get the double life force helmet, just for explicitly for this.
Our browns are up next. Fortunately, they're already partially upgraded. So it's going to be a little quicker.
He's starting trouble! He's starting trouble!
Yes, I'm walking around. That's a problem.
He's starting trouble. He's moving around the map.
Come on, me, oh lord.
But granted, that sometimes is trouble.
Anything would be better than this.
That's mine.
And they tried to put our lord in the arena. Fools.
I hear the spider infestation has been wiped out in Everlight. Think it was the master?
Let me bask in your magnificence.
Wish there was a way
Mega
to shut
great.
them up.
We almost have it.
Because I don't mind the idea of the banter and them worshipping you.
Die quietly.
They say the same few things and it gets really
It gets a bit on the tiresome side, yeah.
like the soundtrack.
Here, because it's more subdued, it's not as bad, fortunately.
Yes. They don't do it often, especially when working.
My goodness, Chit.
Yes, look at all this, just time wasted.
Put our lord in the arena. Fools.
We're on the bright side, they're getting pretty armored up.
And just like the first game, for some reason gold is the toughest metal.
Here, gold looks a little weird. Like, it's super, almost ephemeral. Like, it's ethereal looking. It's glowy.
Plasticky.
Yeah, it feels weird. Like, it's...
Like
Like, the texturing and lighting's wrong with it. I don't know.
Like in Overlord 1, it looked more like gold.
I
Here,
hear the spider infestation has been wiped out in Everlight.
I think Overlord 1's my favorite. The 3/4 of Overlord 1's pretty solid. Versus, in my opinion, Overlord 2 is 1/3 good, and then the other 2/3 would just be...
yeah, as I said before, there's only one or two things this game does better. Everything else is either a side grade or an outright B grade. And the only good thing it does is a minor one.
But why is their armor going down?
I don't know, it's weird like that with the percentage. I think it's because when your minion immediately switches, it thinks he's not wearing anything before putting it on. That's always the assumption I went off of.
Glorious is much more fun than
I don't know how it calculates it
throw
times.
firecrackers at him.
Because it goes down and then goes up.
That glorious is a sad sight.
Yeah.
How the mighty
Yeah, see what it just did?
Oh my goodness, we're almost there, chat.
You're close enough.
Yeah, I think we're about there. Now, fortunately, more NPCs do start building.
Yeah, they're starting to go around you. Stay around, 4% specifically. There's even a seal farm where they harvest life force, but it is so useless. As just killing gnomes is so much faster.
And they tried to put our lord in the arena. Fools.
Why does it only go up a few
Anything would
percentage
be
points at a
better than
time?
this.
Because some people need helmets still, I think.
Oh, I see. It's hard to tell with the group.
There's also some people with great weapons. And sometimes they don't quite pick things up. But I'm getting to the point now where it's close. It's starting to feel like it's just close enough.
Usually I like around the 390, 390 plus number. I usually
Yeah, this
stop.
is good.
'Cause
Like they're more upgraded than they ever have been throughout the entirety of this game.
I've always been okay with menu preservation, but sometimes it's just useless. Break.
Kill me, Lord.
All right, now we do reds, then blues. Oh, back down we go, Chatty Patty. Ah. We're almost done kitting them out at least.
I wish he'd just finish me off fast rather than finish me off
The
slowly.
grind in a game that really shouldn't have the grind.
Black Dice $2 say, Sqek, Bree, Kibs, hi Fuzzy, how goes the domination?
And they tried to put our lord in the arena. Fools.
Coming.
It goes good.
I think I might have to go and just die quiet in a corner somewhere. They say the Empire's gone looking for the sanctuaries.
Oh my god.
They even exist.
We're getting there. Slowly but surely.
Glorious is much
And thank you
more
for the
fun,
donation.
especially when we throw firecrackers at him.
Alright, we can backpedal between these two locations. Maybe it'll speed it up. Maybe there's one more further this way.
That Boreas is a sad
Almost there, little cheat. I think this is just a mine over here. And they called it a mine!
I hear the spider
Yeah, you get gold.
infestation has been wiped out in Everlight. Think it was the master.
Everlight's full of fat, bloated tourists.
We'll take a quick investigation down here. Perhaps we'll find more gear.
So tired.
Ah, that's the seal farm. Yeah. Occasionally, seal spawns and they not really effective at killing it.
You really break the arena, sire.
I finished my run the other day, says Brack. You mean Brack in 1917? Well, congratulations, little black man. It's funny when I say that. And thank you for the donation. A little bit of a detour and they craft me shit.
That Boreas is a sad sight. How the mighty have fallen, eh?
Almost to 300%.
Our lord in the arena. Fools.
Slowly but surely, chant.
They say the Empire's gone looking for the sanctuaries. I don't think
They just repeat, chat, help me.
the spider infestation has been wiped out in
No,
Everlight.
you must listen to the
Think it was
cringe.
the master.
He donates, get a record, donates 10 bits, say, have you thought of a way to expand your dono mining operation? Well, besides making content and getting that lore series rolling, no, not really. It is one of the things I can do. I need to stream more effectively. I messed up today and the other day. But I'm trying to get... I'm overextended, to say the least, I think. We have to figure out something.
A lot going on that's making having a consistent schedule difficult.
Especially when we throw firecrackers at him.
Let's see. 396. Maybe we can get 400.
Go and just die quiet in a corner somewhere.
Browns and greens are really the most important
Tried to put our lord
because, well, they're in the front lines. Reds and well, blue, followed by blues because, well, you need them to revive. Reds, I'm usually not too concerned of.
That Boreas is a sad sight. How the
Actually, I got Reds maxed. Nice. I'm a little disappointed with the maxed out gear they have in terms of looks for Reds and the other ones.
Green, the browns are usually the most spoiled, as they have the most diverse set of looks. The others just have a standard armored look.
He's got it in for me.
It also makes you wonder. You have Giblet, who does all the forging, yet he doesn't seem to make metal equipment or anything for the minions.
That is true. He doesn't really do much.
Like, okay, you have a giant cavern and cave and everything, all these resources, and you can't equip the minions, and you have a slave army, essentially.
Mm-hmm. It is funny when you think about it, Puzzums.
He's going to smite me!
Thank you for not smiting me, Lord.
Which makes all the more reason why this should have been a PC-only game, so they can flesh out some of these systems.
Getting the blues up slowly but surely.
Give me snow and some deep-fried baby seal anytime.
They're flickering and decaying, the sadness.
Warriors is much more fun this way, especially when we throw firecrackers at him.
Can I just shove a shield in his mouth? Maybe I'll make him shut up.
You would hope. You would hope, Huzzy.
Try to put our lord in the arena. Fools.
I'd like to throw you in the arena.
Yep. Almost there, slowly but surely, Fuzzy.
Empire's gone looking for the sanctuaries. I don't think they even exist.
Might as well finish my biscuit.
Come on, faster. Faster game, faster.
Yeah, I think I only played the first and second one, the Wii one and the game that doesn't exist. Oh.
Yeah, I didn't play those either.
Finish me off fast rather than finish me off slowly.
Maybe what I could have, I just didn't for some reason.
Almost there, little Fuzzy.
All that fancy food and party.
Oh god, just saying this why gives me horrors back to my high school days of binging this game. Oh, why did I do it?
Come on, game. The times are different back then. Like, the tolerance, like, my tolerance for games that were kind of sloppy is actually a lot higher, I think,
And they try to put our lord.
back then in some regards than it is now. Like, now I'm a lot more picky, and I'm starting to see things I would never have seen. That's something that you learn, especially with game development, or if you start becoming a critique or a critic, and you're like more interested in like, okay, how does this function? How's this working? And then you start thinking about it in ways you never would have thought of before. Though in a way, I've kind of always thought of these things in a somewhat constructive or critical way.
Especially
Look
as,
at those want to make video games.
especially as I age and just play more and more games and experience more and more. But granted, back in the early 2000s, we were spoiled for so many good games, you just kind of forgave some stuff, I think was part of the reason.
There was a lot of experimental games in 2000s. I think people forget. Like 2001 through fucking 2010. Like the Pikmin series, the Battalion Wars, the fucking... Oh my god. Like, Outfit, fucking Mercenaries. There were a lot of things playing with a lot of interesting concepts and ideas. Now, we still get occasionally bits of innovation, but the thing is, innovation and that style of thinking has just moved. You just have to look not in the AAA sector, but in the indie instead. And this boils down to simply that when it comes to the developers themselves, if you actually look at the people who are working on it and what kind of people are working on it, the people that were working on it back then were more about interested in making fun games, sort of like with our team at BDS. It's more about the fun than anything else. You still see that in other studios, but it's a lot more indie these days than it is AAA.
Yeah, a lot of that talent that made the game in the early 2000s era already, practically all of them left and are doing their own thing. Because you can't really follow the company anymore. You have to somehow follow the individual developers and what they're doing. You also have to make sure, and if Bloodlines 2 is an example of this, can they still make a good game? Because some of the original Bloodlines developers were on Bloodlines 2. They lost their talent. So you can't always go based on if it's the same, if it's X person, it must be good. Not always.
Yep,
Is,
I often find a team is what makes it. It's the composition. Because a lot of the Westwood boys and Victory Games devs went on to make their own games, but none of them really succeeded the way they did at Victory Games or Westwood.
I think Dark Fame may be a little
And one
unstable
important part
inside.
that goes,
Sanity has never been a required trait in evil beings.
for lack of a better word, underappreciated, for lack of a better word, leadership. You need a solid leader to bring all these resources, both human resources and money together, and manage them effectively. Without that, you'd be surprised at how it destroys games. Cyberpunk 2077 is actually a good example of this.
A couple of them around the house would make my life so much easier. How are they at Darning Socks?
I'm pretty sure you don't want the minions in your house.
Marvelous, lords. Now I think I'd like some of those brown fellows. They look strong.
He died that day.
Quite right. Can't have the elves giving your subjects ideas about peace and love, sire.
Hippie spreading their barbarism. Excuse me. But yeah, to finish my point, Cyberpunk 2077. They had all the resources and the talent and everything for a good game. The CEO and the heads sabotaged everything. I don't remember what you do for the subjugation. I think you just need to not kill the civvies.
There's the big hugging. Soon as we create some pandemonium in there, the better.
Don't you need to burn
get
that?
that wheel to close
Need
the
some
gap.
reds.
Better find some more wolves, sire.
Ah, this one. You need some of the wolves, which luckily you can find them, and then you...
Reds!
Oh, damn you.
Oh!
Oh, that's why, yeah, you need the wolves. Back up. I can't remember. I think there might be... I can't remember. I think there's a fourth Forge Stone, but I don't remember where it is. Might be here, since I think this is the only spot left it could be. Really just stepping on those.
A little crunchy.
Oh my god.
Reds!
At least it's fitting for the theme of the game.
Oh!
As minor as it is.
Not that way.
I remember where all the items are in this map.
Reds!
I just... Fluffy puppies. Look how sad they are.
They'll be free puppies soon.
Puppies need to go nom nom on elves.
I did like how chat referred to Armane's breasts as sweater puppies.
Greens!
I thought that was funny. Sweater puppies. That's kind of a cute name when you think about it.
Minimum might be 8 you need. Might need more wolves.
The more I toil, the more I sadden.
Yeah, you need more wolves. Ed.
Yeah.
Need to find more wolves.
More Borkums.
You choose
I'll have to go past those javelin men, I think.
Not too tough, especially now that your minions are well upgraded and well. Because this mission was originally meant to be done much earlier, but you're at endgame.
Murdercate them.
I wonder how this game would have turned out if they made it an RPG instead of, well, what it is.
Come on, come on.
No.
There we go.
There we go, you'll have enough of those.
Oh boy.
Oh, there was one.
Two are missing.
There might be only 15 on this map. If that's the case.
That's fine.
Oh, there's a ledge to the right.
You choose all.
We'll help you smell the roses.
Yeah, we're in a... I'm not even gonna.
Red.
Alright, get rid of that.
You choose all.
Alright, so then we head around. Did you manage to get new on people on board when you were streaming with VTubers? Oh no, that was probably a net loss, honestly. Or did you just end up with a bunch of lewds of you and them? Not really. Deep Rock streams were pretty good. No, the problem with collaborating with people smaller than you is you actually don't really get anything out of it. Not that I won't collaborate with people that are our friends anyways, to help them too, because, you know, we're all trying to survive in this world. But, no, the reality is, collaborating with them did not really help in any way. Not in any meaningful way, at least. But that's not really about me in that regard. Sometimes you just eat losses. But that's life, you know. Life is filled with surprises and autism and stuff. No, unfortunately, I think my destiny is I need to stream more popular mainstream games. I don't want to. But it's the only way I can conceive of to make actual genuine growth.
You need to play more Fortnite, that's what you need.
Not that style of new. It's definitely style of new, but not that particular style.
Why does that get out of this?
You've opened the
got it.
commune gate.
God, it's another one of those fat things.
Yep. Modern games coming out? Oh, they're mostly terrible.
He's inside. He's inside.
Better question would be is...
Wait, no.
Name one... Oh wait, he's dead.
Let us be free, man! Let us be free!
Such hippie talk.
We'll have to finish this later.
Probably best is to kill the fat thing first.
Kill them all, I say.
Oh.
Big fat whammon. I don't get it. Maybe use the wolves to go get her?
Maybe put some creams on her back. Or send the resin first to burn her. I think that might stun her.
Maybe blues. Maybe it's just magical.
Damage. That's only for ghosts and stuff like that, which you don't really have in this game. What you could do is... Oh wait, no, that's true. I was gonna say you could put a flag down here, but they might attack the civvies. Maybe put them up there instead, and then attack her down here.
I think we can get her. She's a bit on the annoying side, I'll say that much.
Yeah, unlike the others where you can get her in a stun state. Okay. You might need just to mount your minions a single area while you hunt her out.
There we go.
Ah.
Manual strikes will do it.
And you just make the press.
Gotta play Total Armor? Yeah, sad case, my lads. Sometimes you just gotta be miserable. But life isn't about happiness, it's about sadness.
I so can't wait to hear how broken it is. Because it's a beta, technically.
I'm not very optimistic, to be brutally honest with you.
Why would you be? Look how long it took them to fix Warhammer 2 when the Mortal Empires came out. Third times of World Performance, balancing.
Kill 'em all, I say. Kill 'em all, I say.
There we go.
Technically completed the mission, but might as well get them all. Oh, let's go Catalyst.
Go to that annoying fire game. Alright, we need that item.
I don't remember if you need to go to the mystery chambers to upgrade your spells. What is it? That might be worth checking.
Oh, nope.
And you've already completed the domination part of the mission. If you want to kill them,
Now we backtrack. Just a little bit of backtracking.
Tiny itsy bitsy bit.
See, I don't mind betas or early access stuff if you're indie. Even AAA's to a degree, but the problem is they use it to hide behind, not as a real beta.
Yes, betas are supposed to be for feedback and to see what people think of the game. Not.
Now,
Drop it off
Fuzzy,
early
where
to-
are all those souls at? I need billions of minions.
You know where the where you got the green minion hive?
Is
That
it
in
Sanctuary or
Everlight.
something like that? Everlight something?
Facility. Everlight facility it should be.
Okay, because we need
You need to go to
billions of
that
minions.
fort, and you remember those gates that kept letting gnomes out?
We need to go there, little Fuzzy.
Yes. That you combine that with the 2 per kill helmet, or 2 per life force helmet. Yes, you're in the right spot.
We need to go
Look.
this way, right? Or no, you said in the
No.
fortress.
Yes. Because with all those gnome spawners, you just kill those endlessly. The only other spot that might be worth it because of the salamanders is the final sanctuary, because remember that one area you can just dump salamanders at, but you have to respawn constantly for that, I think, because they don't endlessly spawn. Yeah, just look for a spot where you have a decent amount of spawners and... Yeah, just open the gates. I think you might have to open it once. And just... Might have to lure him out. Like if you find all of them and just open all of them, they'll just come out. So if you remember where every single gate is, just make sure to open them. Have plenty of notes. Requires a little bit of memorization, but honestly, it's worth it in the greater scheme of things.
The grinding continues.
Best of all, the reds don't always attack you.
More little souls. More.
Might.
We need them for the armor.
Puppy keeps coming in and out. Might want to let them out, come out a little bit just so they don't get stuck behind there. If you remember where the other gnome gates are, try and look for them. As more gnomes, the better.
That's true.
It's also good for light crystals, as you can obviously tell.
I will attempt to discover more enemies. Enemies.
Maybe at least one or two more.
Might not necessarily be here.
You know where you'll know where they are once you start hearing the hopping. Hopping sound.
Mm-hmm.
Also, where's some music?
Game's a bit broken here.
Yeah. It's a maze, which is... Oh.
Works for me.
Yeah, see? All that life force, they'll just congest, and then you kill them over and over again.
Farming them for souls. Unfortunately, barely scratched what we need.
This is why this mission is so much annoying, and why having the DLC is almost a necessity. Instead of this pittance few gnomes, you get a giant mass of gnomes to kill in the Battle Rock DLC.
Unfortunately, the DLC is console exclusive.
Stupid. Or there was one more.
I could have sworn so as well, but it looks like that might be the only one we have to live with. No, it's not through there. Big sad. Sometimes it is what it is, and it just sort of sucks. I think it's in an inaccessible area of the level where there's more. You're probably right about it there being more.
Yeah. Where you need to be a green. You might still be able to use it. But that's annoying. Because those aren't mission exclusive as far as I know.
But that's how much did a Prime sub earn you? I'm not 100% certain. I forget what the actual math is. Chat, Google it. How much does Prime subs earn? I think it's like $15, but I might be completely fucking wrong about that.
Because, yeah, you know, it's every single batch of gnomes gives you a decent amount. This is why having the 2 times it makes it so much more affordable, and they keep coming out.
We need way more. Problem is the armor costs so much.
Yeah, there's no easy way. That's why I always get to. I will say it again. This is why I get the 2 times life force for this spot.
My fucking eardrums. Sometimes there's a notification loud. Albine Fox has subscribed with Prime. Well, I thank you very much. $3 after Twitch's fee. Well, $3, $3. Never looked a gift horse in the mouth. It all adds up, especially when you're in penny pinch mode. And thank you for the Prime. Appreciate it. I can never remember how much it is. Doesn't someone with YouTube Premium give a decent bonus as well? If you have YouTube Red, yes. Your viewership matters more. Unfortunately, a lot of our streams are also piss yellow now. Which I do not know if that affects anything. Okay.
That might be ad revenue. That's definitely ad revenue at least. As for viewership and everything, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's the tricky part. Like, yellow doesn't necessarily mean you don't get ad revenue, but it looks at your stream as like, this is adult. It's like, okay. I guess I'll just be potato. Because the way the verbiage they use to describe it to the corporations, like, problematic or like less safe content. So they intentionally like pin us as like criminals. Because we're like Nazis. Like, whoa.
And I can't even define that word.
I was more so being facetious with the Nazi thing. They don't necessarily pin us as Nazis, but they pin it as like dangerous or risky content.
Don't you want it to be associated with this person?
Yeah, but YouTube Red viewership, or YouTube Premium as it's called, is worth more. Oh no, Premium. Oh, you mean like memberships? Yeah, because on YouTube backend it calls it memberships. Memberships are basically like patrons. They give, you know, X amount of months per month. Based on which rank they go for.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other spot you can find like this as far as I know.
Listen, we're making progress. It's just gonna be a bit of a slog.
I know. I mean, look, you're already at the 300.
Listen, we'll get the 1,000 thing because I think we get a reward for that.
You get a fancy helmet for one of your minions. Fancy purple gnome hat. Which that's one thing.
Not as
people
effective.
forget. You kill a boss like, say, the Salamander King, you get a special equipment for the minion that puts it on.
Yep. Unless it's a green or a red, and it just turns into nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's sad when that happens.
Yeah. Usually you want to give it to your brow so you'll at least see it.
Could be a gun tuber. It could be worse. At least I'm not Anthony Birch. It's true. It could always be worse, chat.
Yeah,
Who knows? I mean, like I said, chat, not to be a doomer, but things might actually pan out quite well. I have no idea. It's just that uncertainty thing I complain about, you know, you just don't know. And I think we all know what that's like. It's just kinda terrible. All I know is the tabletop stuff is just getting closer and closer as we get another war game piece done, as we get more stuff done, as we get more things done. Oh, But at least I'm not Anthony Boyd. Right, chat? Aren't you happy that I'm not Anthony Birch? I mean, I'd be a cuck. Ugh, gross. Kill myself.
Disgusting.
Yep. So when your TT game is ready, release, will you stream a couple of games of it? Yeah, probably. We'll probably promote it regularly. The thing is, we just need to finish one faction, and then we'll have technically stuff playable. And we'll just keep building each faction along in tandem with the video game. Nice thing about the tabletop assets double in usefulness. Firstly, getting those assets done and the concept art for them, they're in the video game too. I needed those soldiers done at some point as well. So getting that done there actually helps with the video game's development. The second thing it helps with the potential for a future Total War game that we might make, or Total War inspired. Because if we have the models and the rigging set up, it's not a lot of work that needs to be done in order to make our own actual Total War game. It actually becomes a rather possible avenue to explore. It's also a subject I've talked with the dev team. I've got some hypotheticals brewing around, but it's not something that would be done anytime soon. Like, to put a context for you, it would be done basically when fucking the video game's done and the tabletop war game is more or less done. So, a while. But I always like to plan. Come on, baby.
I think to keep discussion going while we're going to the grind. Well, you're going to the grind.
Fuzzy, you wanna take over the controls? No, kid. Fuzzy be like, Fuzzy.
That might not be the worst idea if it's possible.
Don't worry, I've got it. We'll get it eventually.
It's just a matter of patience to complete this mission.
Mm-hmm. Like, we're getting there, slowly but fucking surely. We need so many of these minions, chat, because we need to get the armor, and we have to sacrifice minions in order to get armor and equipment. We also want to build up a minion reservoir. That way, when we actually have to do the battle, casualties will mean nothing. That's what I kind of want to go for.
Yeah, this is why I always say it. Get the 2 life force per 1 helmet early. So especially not just when you're grinding for gnomes, but when you're playing through the game, you get a lot.
I went for the command helmet, but my command helmet isn't even fully upgraded, so I can only have 40 minions. And I don't know if it's hard capped.
I don't think you can upgrade it. You might need a forge though. I think it's a hard cap upgrade. I know in the first one you can pour more and more minions into it. This one? Okay.
Hold still, you damn gnomes. 551 dead.
It would help if you could just send your minions into that spawn.
It would fucking expedite this by quite a bit.
Because then you just, as they spawn, you pick them up right away and you keep killing them.
I saw a minion hiding down here at least. Just curious, would you be willing to stream fire and maneuver? Oh, that fucking thing moved. I have no idea what the hell that is. Where did that go? It disappeared. Oh, you retracted your message, I think. Ketchup, Fairman, mustard, Tomo, ranch, fuzzy cheese comes to mind. Damn. Kibs, if I designed Marith's shirt, you could sell it, and we split the profits, 95 to me and 5 to you. And then we get sued by the My Little Pony IP. Nice. And then we lose all that, and then something. She's like, yeah, it's a pretty smart business venture.
That stream, I guess. That stream gives you nightmares. More so because of the game.
Actually, the nightmare I had the other night was actually, like, it was one of those, it's inspired by that same thing that actually happened, or inspired, but I think it's related to, when I was at my cabin a long time ago, there was, like, my dog got into a fight with an animal outside, and I was absolutely fucking like, Jesus Christ, get, like, back to the house. I didn't know if it was, like, a bear or something, and I was like, puppy, no! Puppy was fine. I think it was a raccoon or something. But, like, I have occasional recurring nightmares where it's my other dogs, and it's like a bear, and like I'm trying to get the bear to go away, and it kills my dogs, and then I wake up, I'm like, no! And I'm like, dogs aren't dead, but I'm sad.
I wonder if you know that spell where you throw your minion and they go boom. Try using that on that. You can kill them at once.
Doesn't it boom my minions?
No. If you hold it too long, you kill them and it gives you a buff. But if you throw them, they just explode, but they still live.
How do you do it again?
Don't remember.
I don't know
Maybe you
either.
need to hold X, maybe hold left bumper or something like that.
Choose blues. Blues.
You shake them a little bit and then you throw, and then you let go. Like that.
Greens.
Reds, I think, are the ones you need to prefer because those are the infernal bombs. Might be in your.
I have no idea. I don't know if I can be asked to remember. Besides, we'll get them. We just have to be a little patient. Slowly but surely. Concurrent viewers, we breach 100 on a regularly weekly basis. Like, there's only 2 to 3 streams a week that break 100 viewers concurrent. We are growing, but we're growing at the pace of molasses. That might be due to suppression, but it also might be due to oversaturation, honestly. Like, I don't want to blame something I don't know if it is. Though I know a lot of people are like, Kibs, it's being suppressed. And it's like, if it is, that doesn't change anything, and that makes me feel worse. But if it's just that, you know, oversaturation of content, that we're competing with people that are already established, that makes me feel a little bit more optimistic, because it's like, yeah, I will make it one day. And you can technically beat suppression, too. You just need luck and people to help you get through it. Or you just need to die and commit suicide in Minecraft. Or Roblox, whichever you prefer. Look at these little minions, giving me their little souls. They run out to die to meet their gods. It could be worse. At least I'm not Anthony Boych. It's true. It could always be worse.
You're almost there. Good, 350 left. As each chat is enjoying you grinding like this. Yeah, Ray Fox, Overlord 2 was a good game. Well, decent game. More of it had promise and needed a lot of refinement. It would have happened here, but, well, as you can tell, it didn't happen. I mean, just look what we're doing, what Kibs is doing right now. Who thought this was a good idea to just stay here and kill 1,000 gnomes like this?
Me. I thought that.
Kibs, mouth, dick, now. Punishment.
No. Come on, I'll win eventually, chat. We've almost genocided 1,000.
This example is actually the wasteland level where you have to go through that ocean of ooze.
Oh, that was
just...
cancer.
Who playtested that?
Nobody. I'm sure they playtested a little bit. But it was one of those things where it was like, this isn't particularly fun.
Yes, like you get through it. It's not gonna be fun, and sometimes it's just outright annoying and irritating.
We're making progress, little chat. Come on, kill them all. You know what the drill, chat.
Like, visual communication in this game is just awful. God awful. And look at arena level also. Who would have guessed that you could have had the gates blown up? Right
Yeah,
away?
it's a lot of the puzzles in this game are actually not well designed. Because the thing about a video game puzzle is it can be obvious, right? But you need to shadow it. Like, you need to be like, okay, this is an example of, like, the puzzle. Here's a good level design. Like, Nordberg had better puzzles because they were well structured. Every other chapter was a very messy sort of thing where it was like you just sort of had to whimsically find it. And it wasn't like the end of the world. It was just they were annoying. And there's nothing worse in a gameplay, or in a game with puzzles, than poorly designed puzzles.
Yes, especially when you do it constantly. Again, ever since Everlight, when you get into Everlight, specifically the island, when you crash a ship, at that point, the game loses its charm. It won't irritate you to high hell at first, but believe me, you will get there.
Yeah, I think as soon as you're done with Nordberg, the game makes a steady, consistent decline down.
And when I'd argue when it really starts to decline, what is the spider boss? That was awful.
Oh, chat, fucking voice changer? No. You gotta pay me to do that. I ain't fucking doing that. That's cringe. That's
No.
cringe.
No.
I've experience with voice changer software, but oh my god. That's cringe-inducing, and even then I might do it as a private stream. Like, for the people who paid and be like, yeah, no. No.
Or as an April Fool's prank. Like, his just sounds really, really girly all of a sudden.
I'd rather voice change into a fucking old man. That's
that would
funnier.
actually legit be funny.
That's less weird.
And then you just act as if you're a senile old man.
Be like,
What is this fancy colored lights on the screen?
back in my day, we killed the black people. I'd be like, no, Grandpa, no. It's like, Grandpa's a rascist.
How old are you? 150 or so.
Listen, that's kind of funny. Like, Grandpa's kind of based. I'm just saying. Chat's like, whoa, bro.
Grandpa has lived the true experience.
We're almost at 1,000. Gunfox has been a member for 6 months. Learn, chat. Learn from his example. He says, Kibs, have you played Homeworld games? Yes. My favorite Homeworld game is Homeworld Cataclysm, which has now been rebranded to Homeworld Emergence on GOG. That is my favorite Homeworld game of all time. I think it's better than 1 and 2.
Not amazing things about the Homeworld series, but definitely that it is one of those good RTS games.
Homeworld Cataclysm's awesome. I think I might do that as a Spooktober event. Cataclysm's so good. Come on, game. Come on. Kill these little fuckers.
Life force is going up definitely.
Slowly but surely.
Like, yeah, you went from, what, 46 rounds to 200 to 250?
Yep, we'll see how much life force we have left. I want to keep it in the 100 or hundreds. So, after we get the gear we want, we might have to come back one more time. But I think we'll be very close. And we'll have saves, so we'll be very close to having what we need.
Worst case scenario, get the 2-point helmet, and it won't take you much long to get a decent amount of minions.
Yep.
Part of me thinks they added this infinite gnome spawn specifically because they realized last minute, oh, they might need to grind. We should probably add something to make that easier. Because killing 1,000 gnomes without this Sqek will take forever.
Game, are you feeling okay?
Also, look at that wall. It's a really nice wall. Look at the poor texture at work.
You choose all.
It bugged out a little bit there.
I remember watching some dev interviews with this game and thinking, well, don't look all too interested or anything, or they look exhausted.
Probably because they had to fucking bust ass on it.
Yeah.
Like, Battalion Wars 2 development was the same. I was doing research on that. Where a lot of the developers that were working on it were like, God, it was hell, but at least it turned out alright. It's a shame the game flopped, though. It was a commercial failure.
Battalion Wars 2 was fun. Still said it flopped. Yeah, he's like, you know that feeling, that look where they're trying to hide they're tired, but you can easily tell that they really are.
Oh man, Battalion Wars 2 flopping pretty much put the pin in the, or put the nail in the coffin for us ever getting a third one. Like it's not gonna happen.
I was even one of those people that played a bit of the multiplayer for some reason, and
Multiplayer was actually good, but the problem was is they had to rush it. Like, it was rushed. The GameCube version was also rushed. They had to cut the multiplayer. 2 had the multiplayer, had the co-op missions, and it had the some of the PvP levels. But the time constraint, 10-minute time constraint for PvP, was really dumb in my opinion.
yeah, I think I may still have it, but I'll have to look.
Battalion Wars 2 is actually incredibly cool.
It's
Like
a fun game.
It's really like it's this game that not a lot of people know about.
Yeah,
The Battalion Wars
character-
franchise is rather short. It only has 2 games.
Yeah. The gameplay is solid. It's Pikmin, but with military stuff. The characters are actually charming. Like, the factions are actually charming.
Yeah, we've got the, like, they're all plays on different things. Like, the Frontier is just the United States. The Anglo is, well, the fucking Anglos. There's the Solar Empire, which are the Japanese. There's the fucking Exylvanians, which are fucking Germans. Vampire people. Yeah.
Vampire Germans, literally, they have the fangs, the pointy ears, and the free skin.
Yep. Then
And
there's
their
the red
ancestors
guys,
that-
which are just communists, which is funny.
Yep. And there's the Iron Legion, which look like orcs. I'm not even joking. They have
The
orc
Iron
boots
Legion is
and-
a fantasy reference because they had a split in their dev team. It's sort of a reference to another game that was being developed but got canned. That was being developed. It was called like Night Wars or something like that. It was Battalion Wars about knights. Because Battalion Wars was inspired by a game called Advance Wars, which is a really cool Game Boy game.
I played the DS version, and it was a really fun strategy game. Wargroove hasn't exactly caught that charm, but it is something.
Wargroove was inspired by Advance Wars, but it just didn't nail down the aesthetic right.
And the gameplay, I think it's more the level design. It's just a bit annoying in some of the missions.
Oh my god, we almost
It's
got
more
him.
Trial and error and perfect knowing what's ahead of you instead of, well, executing strategy.
Ah, the Tundra territories with the Russians. Okay, thank you, chat.
Yeah, counter territories, the Western Frontier, Anglo Isles, Solar Empire, Exylvania, etc., etc.
The Iron Tower Orc people, they were from like the era before. Because the Solar Empire fought them and they were basically like Sauron. Like, the whole thing is like Sauron.
Oh, let's see, did one of the minions look for the purple hat?
Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't.
People,
Bye,
try
Squealy.
one more time.
Alright, we will now head back and see what we can buy. And then we'll see how much grinding we have left to do. Hopefully not that much, though I expect a little bit of grinding will need to be done.
You should, maybe, I think you should have a map, but it isn't too hard to find the last 2 minions. You just look to where you haven't gone yet.
Does it do any, does it give us anything for doing it?
Yeah, it gives you some of the minions you lost during that mission.
We'll take a squeaky peeky for them, but after we get our upgrades, because we'll come back to get a little bit more minion soulies. Because I want at least 100 to 200 per every class. That way, if things go tits up in that boss fight, we'll have the numbers, and it won't matter. We'll basically guarantee a victory. Yep.
Why did you lose to it?
Hold on, chat. I had to minimize. Does the Solar Empire have any sins? Gunfox never elaborated there. Just died. Also, Chad, I picked up a game series that I know a couple people in the audience had requested ages ago. It was a bit on the spendy side, $120 for both games. Those games better pay for themselves. So that's the last time I do a risky venture like that. Ugh, cancer. It was the two Transformer games. The War for Cybertron or whatever they're called.
Those. Oh, the first one was fun. Never played the second.
People always said they were really good, and I was like, I'll do them. And then I looked at the cost and I was like, it's the cheapest I could find them. 60 a pop. $120. Jesus Christ.
60s? Hell, those games are old.
They're fucking rare is the problem. That's the issue. Rare games.
Like War for Cybertron, right?
Yeah. At least I found it for used.
That dark Fae thinks she's so tough, but I know her type. All torque and
They
no
console
action.
exclusives?
I believe so. They were pulled from the Steam store. They were on Steam ages ago. Kibs of the Solar Empire. Alright, let's see. Oh wait, no, we gotta go craft things. They might be fun games and have good stories, chat, but when I stream stuff, I look at it and be like, God, I have to buy a game. I hope it gets monies. Needs to be a positive, not a negative, or Kibs dies inside.
Oh, there really are only 3 Forge Stones? Fire Harbor, Everlight.
Crazy Templar seems to be extraordinarily ecstatic. He was one of the people. Or actually, I don't think he was one of the people that actually requested. It was on Discord when it happened.
Oh my god. Kibs, the last 2 Forge Stones are in the Battle Rock Theater DLC. You miss a lot of armor and equipment and stuff like that.
Yep, DLC locked content. And the worst part is the PC port doesn't even get the DLC.
Which is confusing, because some of that locked content that you're locked out of is actually extremely good. The Apocalypse armor is probably the one you definitely want.
Yeah, the elemental shit.
That's just if you want to be resistant to poison and fire, which,
Infernal armor.
I think it's the Apocalyptor is when I got that base, but you can pick any of them.
We'll get the Infernal armor first.
Yeah, because that's the best armor in the game.
They burned for their sins.
Yeah, you missed 2 weapons, a chopper and a stormbreaker.
Look at chat, we're evil. I kind of prefer the armored one a little bit more.
It looked more Sauron-like, which is nice.
The Apocalyptor. Oh no, we need more gold. That's not too hard.
That's an infernal FU mace.
We'll go back. We'll go to the villages and bounce between the two and collect gold, and then we'll. We need what? 6,000 was it? I think 6,000. We have 1,000.
7,000 gold. 15 fairy gems, 2 dark crystal, 50 browns, 75 reds.
I think we have all the numbers we need. We just need the gold factor. Once we have the gold factor, then we'll get that last piece of equipment.
I think Nordberg might be better for that. Although you could go to Everbright and that Elven village.
We'll just collect the treasure chest from Everlight and then bounce to Nordberg.
Yeah.
Master! You're doing very well, Master.
Oh yeah, fire damage, and on that third downward strike, it does a little explosion AoE thing.
Find your missing crew. Emperor's Palace. Quest regions. Me.
Mistress Juno, I just want to stuff her and suspend her in oil and just look at her.
That's a bit weird.
Stuff her, you say?
It's an honor to have a truly evil.
Oops, I don't think it's the right place.
Go to the harbor. Why do you only have 12 glyphs?
What?
Oh, they are.
A lot of them were sacrificed for the armor, I think.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
We'll need to go get more blues.
I think the wasteland and those slugs might be your best bet. Or the sewers.
Cancer. Oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah. I tried the sewers first because fuck the wasteland.
Everlight Jungle? Or was it?
It should be just Everlight. Keep going down.
Oh, Everlight Town.
Yeah.
There we go. Oops, excuse me. I'm very sad. Alright, so we need the minions. Of course. We knew we'd have to grind some more, but we're almost there. We just need the weapon, then the blues, and then we're golden. We need to go to the town entrance, or the town capital section, to get the actual gold.
Yeah, because this area, you just have those boxes, which could be random stuff. And a anvil or two. But not to the same quality or amount as Nordberg. The only real area is the open section, which has much more gold mines and stuff.
Hi, Bickering bunch of fuzziums. Also, hi, chat. Hello, little Todd. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the very generous donation.
For joining.
Everfat Jungle would be more appropriate. That's true. It would be. A lot more appropriate.
This is a nice part. At least you get these triangle stacks from here.
Better to be overworked and alive than underworked.
Let's check the Elven mines to see if they can actually produce a semblance of gold at a reasonable rate.
Because hopefully you can't really tell, but sometimes the later areas give you more gold per bag than the earlier ones for obvious reasons. You can't always tell it by looking at it. You just kind of have to eyeball how much it goes up. I really wish you could make a law that forces more clothes on these people.
I just wish there was more to the subjugation system.
Really should have a management system where you manage the resources, but again, this game was so thoroughly rushed, and since it's a console game, they were seriously limited in what they could do, especially at the end of the Xbox 360's life cycle.
Actually came in sort of the midway point. The Xbox 360 had a few years left. 2008 or 9 or whatever. Like Xbox 360 2013 when Xbox One came out. If I remember right.
Oh god, I'm getting old.
But this thing was pushing it to its limits because the popping is bad. Like, I try not to look far out and those things pop in, but oh my god, is it bad.
Yep. Again, I really wanted to like this series, especially because of the first game. It's just I'd say part of it is definitely overstretching because they made the Wii game was made in conjunction with this game, if I remember correctly. So stretching the resources over 2 games, never
Yep.
smart.
That is an issue with a certain area of game development where, like, if you look at a lot of games, like, let's use Lego games for an example. The PSP, the DS version of Lego Star Wars 2 or Saga or whatever, and then there's a console version as well as a GameCube version. And those are actually 3 distinctly different games. Another example would be the Force Unleashed series, where the Force Unleashed was actually slightly different, especially for the PSP. The PSP actually bolstering a lot of really cool referential content, and actually having things that I wish was in the base version. Like there's some Clone Wars references and stuff like that, and a bunch of other things. Where am I? Where to go?
If I die, know I died for you, Dark Lord.
Oh, here's the mines. Just only one person's working. How much gold? That's not really worth it. It's we'll head to Nordberg because otherwise we'll be here for the rest of our lives.
Praise the Dark One. Praise the darkness.
Praise the darkness.
Need more vomit buckets. Minion nibbles. Still wet and wriggling.
The Wii version is completely different. Yep. That happened to so many games where there's like 30 versions of a game. Splinter Cell had that actually too. I don't remember if the Call of Duties had that.
Yeah, the Wii game. Wait, actually, let me get the name.
Imagine having your
Something.
development studio split onto several different versions of the same fucking game.
Yeah, Overlord Dark Legends is a whole separate story and everything with different ideas and everything. It's supposed to be a prequel in a way to 1 or something like that, but that was never fleshed out.
You know what's funny is I've actually been recently inspired by Ruby Rebalance, the guy who does the massive Halo overhaul campaign mods that basically add stuff. He's really cool. One thing I was inspired by was understanding and learning more about Halo's difficulty and how it changes the gameplay. I might experiment with that with our own game.
Work to bask in your dark glory.
When it comes to spawns of enemies. Maybe that'll inspire people when they get to play with the editor at some point. To twiddle with the encounters and make them crazy. And then me curse them because they overbalance them. And they can go burn in hell for what they've done. Yes, yes. Hey, I remember the Harry Potter game on PlayStation 1. I remember liking that game. I was like the Toy Story games on PlayStation 1. I remember playing them a lot.
Remember the Toy Story 2 game? Oh my god.
Alright, we're going to Nordberg. Nordhaven, if I remember right.
It should be Nordberg.
No. I think we only need to
Nord-
backpack. Backtrack.
Might need to do a little bit of walking, but it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. We're right
you're
at the
right
treasure.
there.
Honestly, I'm wondering if loading in and loading out to get these treasure chests is actually more efficient.
Get tested out. I don't remember if you need to wait a certain time,
It's about 1,000 gold, honestly.
which is a good amount.
We'll go to Netherworld
best part
Tower and
of
we'll
it-
bounce back and see if that's fast. Because we get the gold thing, we get the weapon, then we just need to get the blues, and then we're good. We'll have all our equipment we've been building for. Unfortunately, can't skip that animation. Or this animation. I went to the wrong place again!
Nordberg. Yeah, Muppet. But to be honest, when you kind of just stop caring about this game, it's easy to overlook that.
Then we'll try another experiment if we bounce between regions. within the same zone, but I think loading in and out of a zone is how you trigger it. We'll see for certain, though. The gold chests are back. Now we'll get about 1,000 gold.
Yeah. Yeah, looks
Yeah,
like
we're
it.
good there, yep. Now let's try walking back, because if we can just walk back and forth between the same zone, that would be ideal.
I always remember cheesing like that. It's just she's always going back to these chests occasionally.
The longer you wait, the more you get from chests. We're so painfully close, though. I just want to get it quick.
1,000 gold is still okay.
Oh my god, they're reloaded with stuff.
Yeah, you are supposed to wait for those, but again, just minimum is 1,000. Of which, when you look at rate, when you're going back and forth, it's more than worth it.
Oh yeah.
I think it's 1,000, but might as well do one more run just in case.
Yep, then we get our
7,000.
weapon. Back we go again.
Maybe it's just a
When we
good
do
weapon.
the Fable series and get to Fable 2, I might monkey with my Xbox clock to speed that up.
Oh yeah, I remember. I think it was Fable 2 I played and the loading times. And you can be a little shit. That game in the worst ways. Like, I'm gonna get 2 wives. One's gonna live here, the other's gonna live here. Because they tried to say, oh, you're not supposed to let them meet. That's really easy to avoid.
Yep.
Someone even tries to blackmail you for that, but again, it's easy to just get rid of the guy.
Okay, now we go and get that weapon. Will you be playing War for Cybertron co-op or single? Probably single. I'd need to A, get another copy for another person, which is another $60. Then I'd also need to get bubbles like Xbox Premium Time, which is more money. Then I have to buy it for myself. Actually, no, I don't. I have cards for myself, so that's nice. That just inflates the cost too much. And you said the Apocalyptor was good?
Yeah, this is one I use. It's a slow mace, but it does good damage. It does fire damage, and when you do that third strike, it does AoE on top of that.
Very good.
Plus, you want to get the Sauron look.
Now
Even
we
if it's
just
not
need to
as
get the
good.
minions sorted after this.
I think that just costs gold and dark gems. Oh, you mean the blues. Sorry, forgot about that. The other one is the axe is keep forgetting. The axe would be poison damage, but I always go with fire because fire damage sometimes stuns them if you do enough. If you light them on fire.
Oh yeah, I know, Donald, about the Fable 2 money glitch. What I would do is that I don't have it for PC, I only have it for Xbox still. But I would just do it on my Xbox.
The Reaper, yeah, it's an axe. Oh, the axe steals health, but that's you don't really need that. Like it's better to have the fire damage.
Now we go back to Everlight and get those minion pit.
Dark Halo! Master has a halo to buff his army fast. Or turn that. It's an honor to have a truly evil mistress around the place. I wonder what Quaver's cooking for lunch.
Norbert coming cringe.
Yeah, it should be, if you need blues, it should be either the sewers, because I think that has the frogs, which give life force, or If you want to suffer, you go to the wasteland and kill the slugs.
Empire Palace, Empire Sewers.
Which, with your armor, you might as well be able to do it by yourself, as you don't need that many blues. Maybe just get it to 50 or something.
Gunfuck starts $105. Say do it. Do what? What Gunfucks? And thank you for the extraordinarily generous donation, which I assume is going to be eroded away by God knows what horrific thing he wants. Gunslot! He's dead, chat.
Where are the frogs?
Well, we're not going there. Actually, I think the frogs are further back, actually.
Yeah, because you want... at least there's an easy way to tell which kind of life force it gives. Like, if it's something by the water, it'll give blue life force. If it's something in the jungle, green life force.
Also, one thing The Xbox game you were talking about, you Canada Brony. See, the thing is, I think that might work, but I do want to clarify. Damn it.
Might just need to get the blues to go under for that.
I don't know if... Like, some Xbox Live things don't work anymore. Like, that's one thing I do want to point out. I'll try. We're gonna try. Make no fucking mistake about that, so...
Ah, that hasn't been spawner.
They don't give blues, though.
They have... I definitely... Yep, there it is. I suggested this first because you really want to go back to the wasteland.
It might be easier just to deal with the little tiny tarts.
Yeah.
We took a few casualties, but nothing out of any. Kibs, test it for... Well, no shit, I'm gonna test it, but now I need to talk to Bubbles. Like, Bubbles, I need to dust off your 360, and he's gonna look at me, and he's gonna fucking frown. And he's gonna be like, I don't want it, and I'll be like, Bubbles, don't fight me. And then I gotta transfer money to Bubbles so he can buy that thing, because I'll need to buy... Which one's co-op again?
Be the second game?
Xbox Live services still function for 360, right? That's the thing that also I didn't even think about.
Is Xbox Live still supported for 360?
Because the Xbox original was pulled down like a few years ago. Several years ago, if I'm right.
You're doing very well,
I think it would be.
but there's always more evil to be done.
It might be cancelled. I'm not seeing too many confirmations it's still working.
Now I gotta do quick research. Hold on, chat. Google. Xbox and 360 in 2022.
Is 360 still playable 2022?
2019. Is Xbox Live still supported? That's 2019, though.
Yeah, let me try doing a different word to search. Xbox cancel 360 support.
It's still active and supported by 2019.
But it's been 3 years. Or 2 years.
Keep in mind that Xbox 360 backward compatible titles on Xbox One run via the Xbox 360 Live network. So if he has an Xbox One, we can run it backwards that way.
That'd be easier.
If it is backwards that way. I gotta confirm. God damn it, Chan, you little tarts.
Microsoft has been good with backwards compatibility for their games, so you should be able to do it.
Just because you can't be... Homeworld playthrough. We're gonna do Homeworld Cataclysm. Homeworld 1 is... Yeah. Homeworld 2 is... Yeah. Homeworld Cataclysm is... That, because that's fucking stressful. All of those noises are basically how I feel about Homeworld.
Dark phase.
Oh, there's a list on the Xbox website. Let me look it up. Or
I don't imagine so, because the problem is that one seems to be in dispute as to why it was pulled down on Steam. Sort of like the Battle for Middle-earth and Lord of the Rings video game titles, which are in dispute.
Dark Fae may be a little unstable, sire. Still, sanity has never been required for evil.
What was it going to? Everlight Castle. Or facility. Or something.
You're really getting
Xbox Series.
We'll figure something out. It might be on Abandonware. In that case, we might be able to do a workaround there.
It's not coming up. I'm only saying Transformers and Battle Royals. Or Xbox backwards compatibility games library.
I killed it for 360. Then it was on PC, so we just need to find a. Actually, hold on. I'm now curious. There are ways. We will find them, but it might take millions of years.
No.
Well, the movie games are on Abandonware. Those are really bad.
I'm pretty sure that's not what you want.
Cupboard drawn. Or for Cybertron. That one's gonna be tricky dicky to find. We'll look into it later. Is the game over? No, Giggos. Sit your little giggle butt down. Now, when are you gonna draw your little fucking witch lady with a swollen belly, Giggles? It's time. It's been a few months. Like, I think we should notice a bump by now. Giggles like, no, she used magical protection. Like, nope, dragon sperm is too powerful, Giggles. Now, meanwhile, Chad's like, what the fuck is Kib talking about?
Dragon
You don't
sperm?
understand. It's time for Giggles to pay for his sins. And you know what? I think the best way is to get his little female mascot, well, let's just say, forever changed, if you will.
She'll get the ultimate penetration. I don't know if gnomes give life force all that often.
What do you mean to give life force all that often?
No, the blue one specifically.
Motherfucker. Where else do we get blues from, Reap?
Well, there's a certain slug in the wasteland that happens to people.
I'm gonna try for a few more seconds, but if I don't see blues, we're not gonna waste any time. We're just gonna get it over with.
I mean, you could. There should be blue gnomes in the final sanctuary. Like where you that one area where you send salamanders into the holes. That's the only other spot I can think of where you.
Yeah,
get
we'll
gnomes.
investigate that. I don't see any blues here. Come on, chat. The quest for blues, the last thing we need.
Like, you don't really waste blues that often, except for that one thing. So my guessing is the devs never felt the need to give you that much.
Well, the devs can kiss my ass, because they certainly fucking should have.
Yeah, you could get every other life force easily, but blue. And it's annoying.
Alright, we need to go to Sanctuary.
Final sanctuary, and I don't know if there's one for the under areas.
What's Sanctuary called?
Wasteland Sanctuary Depths. Because yeah, should be remember you fight a Salamander King and you run into that one area with a bunch of gnome holes. So yeah, just get some salamanders, send them into the holes, flush out the gnomes. could be some blues there. Because that, if not, then I don't know if there's any other spot where you can get blue easily. Except for Wasteland. But Wasteland's cancer.
Looks like Giggles got quiet and scared. This is good, chat. This is very good. Oh yeah, there's blues.
Okay, yeah. Luckily you have a spawn nearby. You just need some salamanders again to flush them out.
Alright. Where the salamander spawn at? All the way over there.
Yeah.
Take a left. No!
It's a straight path, you just follow along.
Giggles just takes Robert Renato out of anger, fear, and a bunch of other confused giggle feelings. Dragon sperm is magical would be an answer. Dispel would be an answer. Also, I've heard D&D pregnancy is technically a status, so any spell that can cure status ailments should work. No! There will be no abortion. You're carrying it to term, Giggles, and you're gonna fucking like it.
So imagine how large that belly would be. Mmm.
And then she's gonna be pumping out more half-dragon babies. And you're gonna be miserable. And you're gonna be like, Kibos, don't do it. I'll be like, Kibos, only just getting started. And be like, what kind of terrifying monsters can we encounter today? And you'll be like, no! It'll be great.
Giggles just gets a sick thought in his head.
Let's just say she'll be thoroughly cultured. You don't understand, chat. Giggles fucking drew Aerith as a fucking pony. And so Giggles needs to be punished, and the only way I can possibly conceive of, which is by doing something horrific to his character.
The Pharaoh that came out of that. The arch one, the one with arches particularly. I think some at least. The only annoying part is having to come here and back all the time. You already burned it, I think.
Oh, I did? Okay.
It doesn't visually tell you if you burned it or not, but if they went in there once, the gnomes get flushed out. I think they come out another hole and then gnomes come out.
I can be happy about the 2K Giggles. I don't have to be happy about everything else that came out of it. There's nothing on this earth that says I need to be happy about that. Kib's simulation of other people's thoughts is amusing, although he should see a specialist, obviously. Silence, wench. You're a specialist. He's like, thanks, I really appreciate that, Kib.
You should be fine with 30 as long as you're not careless with them.
See, it's almost like he's fucking schizo. I know that's what you're thinking, Chet, because I've already thought of it myself.
How much longer do you have to deal with the pony? At least until the end of this year, I think.
Yeah, pretty much December. The last day of the year.
Your end of the year present, you get your avatar back.
Chat can extend it to another year if they give me $10,000 million. Like, 10,000 million? Oh my god. Yeah, it's just a minor 10,000 million, chat. I don't know.
Yeah, you just need to make me a multi-billionaire, nothing major. I want to be in the 1% of the 1%.
Basically, yes. I don't know if I want to be that rich, because that means I'll be taxed to such an absurd degree that I'll just be mad.
What's that? Cayman Islands? I am right on that, Kibs.
Wasteland, Maine, Everlight Temple. I forgot what this place is called. Temple, right?
Empire's Palace. Wait, you want the final boss or
We need more blues. A little bit more.
Wasteland? Kill slugs.
Wasteland, Maine.
Yeah, you just need to find a place where you can kill slugs safely. It's like there should be a... You remember that spot where you had that wooden platform, the slugs came out and you could put breads up there, maybe blues in the bottom? I think that might be a good strategy.
I don't know where that is, so I'm just taking blues, just to be safe.
You don't need that many.
You don't know what I need.
The slugs are more vulnerable to red, so you definitely want a few of them.
Fine. Buzzy, we'll do it your way. Buzzy.
Listen to the expert, wench. If I were an Empire citizen and I saw this after a metro explosion, yeah, you can wonder why they hate magic. I do find it sad that in this game they force the main story that Rose is your mother instead of Velvet. You can't choose.
Yeah, it's a bit dumb.
Yeah, it's like, okay, the Overlord picked the wrong mistress by default. Great.
Alright, so we need to go this way.
Yeah, you just need to find a place where they infinitely spawn. Also not the worst place to get gold. Yeah, that's why the mace is good and knocks him down. Yeah, they all turn to zombies.
I hope I don't lose any.
That might be a possibility.
I think I'm losing a catastrophic amount.
You are gonna lose all of your programs.
I don't trust these shrines.
Oh, I hate zombies so much, chat. I hate them so much.
That's why you want a solid front line of rounds against those things. Yeah, you definitely lost blues.
Oh, I hate this game. Oh, big sad.
That's why you want browns at all times.
I've gotten like 2 blues out of this whole thing. Which is a bit fucking tragic, really.
Yeah, because blues are not easy to get.
Come on, game.
Where are the slugs? Come on. Yeah, this might spawn infinitely here. Check that wooden platform that you passed. Yeah, just... No, they took that away. Oh look, we got something. Yeah, at least he got more. Those 2 men. Oh wait, no, they probably got stuck.
Yep. They probably did. I'm at this point where maybe blues don't really matter. Fuck it.
You only need 10 or so. As long as you're not careless, you'll be able to maintain your horde.
Ay, 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 Jet. Ay, ay, ay.
As you'll definitely be able to help out now, as that mace, it hits harder, it'll stun more, and the fire damage would help a lot. Especially the AoE.
Okay, good. They have a blue with them. I was gonna say, they're all fucking dead.
As long as there's one, they'll be fine.
Come on, damn it.
Yeah, worst case, maybe just spend some gold to upgrade one of the minion barracks.
What's that do?
Increases their health.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't think it'll increase their damage or anything, but definitely more survivability helps a lot.
In that case, we'll go to Nordberg. Nordberg
You
town.
should need...
Run back and
You
forth, collect gold, because we'll need a couple thousand gold to do it. And then
Yeah,
we'll do that.
it gets expensive. It gets expensive. Make sure you also have some dark crystals also, as more higher tier upgrades are going to require those. You should have plenty of light gems for all the gnome killing.
Let's take browns to smash chests.
Yeah, the game does not do grinding well at all.
It's very tedious, but such is life.
Yeah.
We're almost there. We'll just get the gold, upgrade the minion huts a little bit so that that way they can tank, and that'll compensate for the blues as a substitute rather than grinding God knows how long for blues.
Yeah, you could do grinding for most things, but blues. As you saw with that gnome area, you could get plenty of browns, plenty of greens, plenty of reds. Blues?
I'm so
It's
tired.
like the few enemies that do constantly drop blue life force don't do it constantly. Because the zombies in the wasteland sure don't do it. They don't drop life force as far as I know. If anything, they drop only red life force or something you don't need.
Alright, the gold grind begins now, chat.
The slugs are just a pain, not really because the slugs are tough, but because the areas they fight in are annoying to navigate.
Yep. Listen, chat, we need more gold.
The worst part is, the areas they do infinitely spawn go away after you complete the main mission.
Yep, you need to have foresight and for map knowledge, or for campaign knowledge, which helps quite a bit.
If you wish.
Silence, Blondie. You are but a woman to me.
No.
I'm not
I
a
refuse.
woman.
He's even worse. He's a brony.
Oh,
Fuzzy.
Barch is a brony.
You
Brony
cannot
Barch.
open your hole.
Brony.
Unless it is to tear open your asshole, in which case, go ahead.
He's like, oh, it stings a little. It's like, yeah. It stings.
Barch is officially a brony, chat. Remember that.
Never
Boag
forget.
is Boag is my witness.
Oh, don't worry. I'm a witness to this, too. I've seen it happen.
Yes. Passionately
Actually, Kyle.
engaged in the talk.
I know what your
something you
power
can
is.
show to chat.
He's like, show them my power, Kib. Show them my power, says Arch excitedly.
There you go.
I
What
already-
is his power,
beautiful.
Kibs?
He wants me to show you now, chat. See, I knew what it looked like before, but I was just waiting.
That's beautiful.
Well, chat, you can see what it looks like. There's Barch's power, and you can see that our lovely little fucking Brazilian has done it. Guess what my superpower is? Barch did this willingly, chat. I want you to note that down.
Oh, where is it?
Barch wants to get on board.
Fan fiction that this is me as a pony. Like, I've never said this or admitted to it, but Kyle's like, yes, yes, clup, 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 clup.
I think Barch might be a woman's thing now.
Oh, it was actually done. Oh, that smug look also.
Take it in, chat. Take it in.
Oh, that smug.
Barch, why is my viewership going down, Blondie? He's like, by one person, but still.
There you have it, chat. Barch's brony avatar.
It's good. I've also managed to remove at least 5 people from Kyle's viewership.
Oh my god, it has gone up. Chat, no! And then dips back up. I see what you did. You closed your browsers, you little bastards. Like, we's clever. Uh-huh.
This will also encourage Kyle's chat to put many N's in it. And then Susan will look on over and go, Kill.
Bad, Barch. Bad.
See, I'm thinking of making a follow-up one, which has the pony looking disgusted, like, God, no, it doesn't mean that at all. What the fuck's wrong with you? And then looking even more suspicious at the camera with the psycho eye. Stands for necrophilia.
Barch is a disgusting little savage. He's like, it's true,
Yes.
I am.
Doesn't hide it.
It would be funny, because I got sent a comic of the ponies going mad and just starting eating each other, and I was looking at it like, this is certainly something. Like a train crash in slow motion. Almost mesmerized.
It's certainly something, Blondie. Now, we need to talk about acquiring the rights to Battalion Wars. Kip,
no, we need to talk about acquiring Lord of the Rings from Embracer Group.
He's like,
It'll be easily 2 billion, Arch.
I mean, all I'd do if I did that is I'd just have them finally put Battle for Middle-earth on fucking Steam. I'd be like, thank you. You're welcome, world.
Yeah, probably make your money
They
back
probably
just by
are,
that.
like... The thing is, and they bought it for fucking pennies, too. Like, 600 million is
517 I read, but it could have gone up.
78, but 578 millions, and that was not just for that. That was as part of a 6-item acquisition, so...
yeah, was it
they got
video
that
games,
for fucking
movies,
pennies.
Yeah, video games, movies, amusement parks, everything but the books.
Oh, no.
Well, right? Or is it
the
everything?
Lord of the Rings IP was 1 out of 6 acquisitions. So they got that for pennies. That was a fucking steal.
I remember some analysts say it was valued around 2 billion.
I mean, the Peter Jackson original trilogy alone grossed 3 billion at the box office.
Yeah, when you look at everything, this rivals
See,
Square
that's
Enix, the Square Enix Western Studios acquisition in terms of
it's much
pure
bigger.
steel. And this one blows that out of the water. Because you look at all of the
Now,
possibilities for video games.
I want the movie games released. I want the Two Towers game. I want the Fellowship of the Ring game. I want the Return of the King game. I want the Battle for Middle-earth games. I want the Hobbit game. All the video games, put them on Steam. Do it.
All re-released, just touched up a little bit, resolution, textures.
They've done that before, so fully expect that.
Oh yeah, this is THQ Nordic, and they have a genuine respect for the setting too.
Yeah, they still have some proving, such as Spellforce 3, for example, had a rocky start but improved over time.
Yeah, Spellforce 3 was not great.
Like I played
to
the
be
expansion.
clear,
Go ahead.
not everything THQ Nordic touches turns to gold by any stretch of the imagination. But seeing as their only competition now is gonna be fucking Amazon.
It's like they... And granted, THQ Nordic is one of those that... to take Spellforce 3, for example, the expansions have been rated better, they do.
No, you were right
seem-
the first time. Rated, not rated. Fuzzy.
Yeah. They do seem to be willing to listen to fan feedback and actually take it into consideration, which is
You
rare.
know, Embracer Group gives a shit, which is great.
Yeah, because I played the Spell Force 3 expansion, the first one. I actually enjoyed that a lot more than the original game. They
And
still
again,
have-
all they need to do is not be Amazon. Like,
Yes.
the timing is fucking brilliant, because Rings of Power is going to come out, it's probably going to be awful, and then Embracer Group can just sit there being like, you want actual Lord of the Rings? Look, look.
Yes, and they'll just give Amazon a smug look. Look what we're doing that you can't.
Yeah, no, it seems like a really goddamn good move.
Yeah. So far, they've been acquiring something many developers, publishers, and companies sorely lack. Actual fan respect and fans willing to give rope to the developers to fail and improve.
Now, Kyle, I know what you're thinking. Competition. I just want you to know they're all Swedes. If you're going to kill them, that's fine. I don't care.
They're not competition because they're not doing anything in the same field.
Yeah. Embracer Group is setting themselves up well. They're in the right direction, they just need to maintain, because one thing I've noticed with their games...
Well, no, my
Granted,
biggest concern is that I think Embracer Group might actually be, like, not the savior everyone thinks it is. I think that we have yet to really see.
Yes. Hence why I
Even
said
so,
yourselves are
I'm not
improving.
really worried about competition with them because that's not even the same field. But I'm more so concerned about the IP that they're actually holding on to.
It's entirely possible that they'll fuck this up. Like,
Yeah,
never
that's kinda what I'm worried
underestimate a
about.
company's capabilities to make shit go garbage, but...
Yeah, because look at Biomutant. That game was horribly marketed. It should have been a kid's game when they marketed it to adults.
Yep, horribly overhyped. But again, at least they give a shit. I have far more hope for them than I do Amazon, so we
Yeah.
shall wait and see.
Because if you look at Biomutant, for a small team for their first game, it's not the worst first attempt.
It isn't, but it was marketed as, you know, a Spore game. You know, like, oh my
Yes.
god, this is gonna change everything, and it
No.
didn't.
No, it was a kid's game. It was a simple kid's game.
Oh god, I remember Spore.
I enjoyed Spore as a kid for a bit, but it got very... Oh god, the space stage got so grindy.
But the thing is, I remember that fucking lying French cocksucker, whatever his name was, when he was like, "This game will be transcendental." I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be amazing. And then it's released, and it's nothing. It's a Flash game that could have been coded in a few hours.
One thing they're also doing that I'm a bit worried about the Embracer Group, they're expanding stupidly quickly. They are decentralized, but if you look over the past 3 years, the sheer amount of acquisitions they've done, Box, Lord of the Rings. they've
Cat's saying that they
attracted-
learned the lesson when it came to CD Projekt Red, and they had a good established record. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like, they will
Yep.
fall at some point, as with everything.
Yes, you always hold their feet to the fire and always expect good results.
Yep. No, I'm not saying that they're a sure bet. I'm just saying that I have more optimism towards them than I do Amazon.
Yeah, not the best record. They are on the right direction as of right now.
I have zero faith. I have zero faith in anything.
That is because you are
I've
a
become
cold,
the doomer.
soulless, dead thing.
Black build.
I become Barch. Like, what? But man, Barch. Ooh.
That's not correct. I'm very optimistic for the future of My Little Pony if I can introduce my sense setting in it.
What? Barch, can you speak like a normal person? Like, no.
My Little Pony will be great so long as my original pony becomes the lead pony.
Barch needs help.
Part of me does want that to happen just to see what would happen in the setting.
Fluttershy,
Wait,
what's that? Oh, wait.
Why is there end power everywhere? What's with all
Why
these
are you going?
eggs?
God damn it, we don't have a resident pony expert here. I need to know if there are black ponies.
Well, Boog,
Boog.
are you lurking around, Boogerton? He might be doing worky things still.
Also, I have to comment. His story sequence is stupid.
Is it now?
I'm an evil elf. Actually, I was the emperor all along.
I was not magical, and I've been doing this because I feel bad for myself.
Anyone would think you were about to take over the world.
Well, I mean,
Shall we
it was a
continue?
twist at least.
I assure you,
Yes.
your complete and total annihilation is just around the corner.
I'm the evil emperor,
As you can
elf
see,
emperor.
Florian still has his uses, helping me play with your little barbarian head for one. By maintaining him,
You've been
I
getting
can
your
bring the
ass kicked left and
sanctuaries
right.
down
What are you
from
talking
inside,
about?
Piece by piece. I really hope that piece of delicious irony isn't lost on you, Scourge. I collected the magic here, refined it and fed it back to my
Exposition
system
dump
until it
help.
became pliable and generous. Of course, I sampled a little, took what was mine. Here are people's dreams and nightmares, their fears, their will. They will be reborn in me as I rise from elf to emperor to god.
Nobody can help you. Nobody wants to help you.
I
Look at the
hate this
demon.
thing. It's a giant snot. That's what it is.
It's got little
It's
zits.
chaos. What's wrong
Yeah,
with you?
it's a zit. It's a zit that's mutated and gone horribly wrong.
You know what else is it? Rare fox.
Yeah, you only want to use greens and reds to attack that thing. Fuck, why did they have to add poop to the final boss? Why?
Cause they need to make blues valuable here.
He's easy to dodge. His attacks are slow, predictable.
Looks more like the
He's
result of a
simple.
giant
Yes,
sneeze.
come on, just come.
That magic energy didn't take kindly to its new soured side.
This is the only time, this phase, where you actually need to pay attention. The second phase, you could just camp on one of the platforms and just... or attack him. He can't get to you.
Revolutionary!
Except for the enemies that spawn.
Now is our time to strike at the
Third
Empire.
phase is a joke,
We need a hero of
because
the
he just
people.
sits there.
You there! Attack it! Why me? We are all equal in the new People's Republic! The people have spoken! Stay there! No!
That thing's certainly hungry. Maybe if you could put
He got sucked off, Kyle.
its way, that
What you gonna
might
do about
slow
it?
him down.
Yes, don't you want to worship that thing as your god, Kyle? Look at it. It's glorious.
Blues. Game. The lock-on system is not the best here. Because
Yeah,
all the
usually I can
NPCs get in the way.
Being made of that thing.
Usually you just wait for it to stay in the center for a bit, while it, moves. So otherwise the pathfinding will go derp, 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 derp. I usually just attack with reds at this point, because the greens can't move up that high.
We lost one of our minions.
Just do reds at this point, I'd suggest, because the higher ones you can't really reach up with the greens. Unless you put them on a high platform.
We'll set up a day. Never mind.
I was gonna say the flag is not the worst idea, but that was bad timing.
Oh. They're redding it up.
Really? It didn't do any damage to them?
No, only if
Oh,
it generates
maybe it
goo. No, there's still 9. Yep, there was 9 originally. A brown
Thank you.
stepped into blue. Wait, does it phase through it? Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah.
That's funny.
You got him.
Reds might be the key to victory.
I only use reds for this fight. The greens, they can do something, but I only use them for, say, any kind of unicorn enemies or stuff like that, just to get quick. Then right back to popping them. Literally.
Greens.
Luckily, with this section, you have platforms you can just camp off of, and he can't really harm you unless it spawns
There
enemies.
must be balance. The cycle must be maintained.
I think what that wench is ranting about is that when the force gets out of control, another must rise to stop it.
Stop reminding me
There
we're the good
cannot be
guys.
light without darkness.
And that darkness would be you, Master.
Considering he's doing more evil things than us, I don't know about that.
Who's the light here? Him or us? Yeah, usually.
What are those fucking boom boom archers?
He can be
Yeah, just
killed.
put reds up there and leave them there. While just keeping enemies at check.
Trying to get rid of the other archers.
Yeah, so
Oh,
that's-
come on, pathing.
They put those civilians there just to annoy you.
They did.
Because otherwise, this section will be cakewalk.
Oh yeah, the greens work actually really well when there's no one in the way. The peasants serve to literally cock block the ever living shit out of you.
And they do.
They're very fucking good at it, so I'll give them that. You know, I'm gonna be fair. Well, now they know fires phase through the actual physical model, but greens don't. It's just a weird bug.
Yes.
I don't know if that's intentional or an accident.
I'd say intentional, just because how hard it is to miss. Because they kind of knew that this fight would be a pain in the butt without it.
Yeah, but you think the greens would work too?
They do, but the problem is the higher ones. Like if they're on the lower end, the greens will work, but if it's the higher ones, less. When you're missing. Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
it
see
on the
that?
other side. Going to go over
Yeah,
here. Oh, you might just go that way.
You either probably need to get the res to a higher elevation, or just when he charges you, lure him towards the higher elevation, and they hit him. Like, you know where the archers were? Yeah, when he does that, just make sure it goes to the higher elevation area. Because otherwise, those miss will get hit.
Ooh, yep.
I can practically smell that
Yeah.
from here. Greens.
Yeah, you see that? Yeah.
We'll get the reds up there too.
Expression shows fear. He can be killed.
Oh, you got him.
We did.
Yeah, he broke. Okay. Now the real easy part.
I'll go back and replenish my minions.
The last part's cakewalk because he just sits there and spawns enemies. While occasionally spawning some goop that, well, you can get rid of because he just doesn't. The only anno-
Do you think walking on cake would be easy?
Yeah, Fuzzy. That sounds pretty difficult. My feet are gonna be pretty sticky.
Retarded saying, Fuzzy.
It'll be a cakewalk. My feet are sticky, and now the cake's ruined.
Not to mention slippery too.
Cake is not cheap, I want to point out.
Not to mention, cake is not meant for ambulation. You know, it's not meant for treading on. It's fucking cake. Fucking Fuzzy.
My reward! Into the butthole you go. Nope. A little bit of bore, never hurt nobody.
Very happy together. His abscesses are out of reach now. Better try some new tactics so your minions
It means
can
is
target
this. Why are you saying absence?
Listen, you little cuck. I don't want to hear you. Alright, we're gonna go down here and we're gonna win the battle.
Yeah, you just go around him, pop the zits, he popped the one on his head. That was hilarious. Rinse and repeat.
Ooh.
It's even spawned that much.
Greens.
Oh, there's minions spawning here.
Like, you can easily put your res out of reach of the goop. Just pop them. Like, oh no, he spawns a enemy. I'm so threatened.
What? Pop.
That's why it's good to have the mace for this part.
Alright, we have a better weapon, so this will be a lot easier now. The issue before is, it just, via time, we'd eventually make a fuck up. Because we were doing piddly damage.
From the belly of the beast, I am reborn. Soon I will ascend, and divinity will be truly mine.
I do like his enormous halo thing, though.
He's divine, after all.
Oh look, I float. I'm totally a god.
This is what I should have been, mortals. The world has been
Just
put
evil's part
right.
of spell. You don't attack them.
Oh, that's
Ah,
right.
you fool. Listen to the video game when it tells you what to do. Fool. Oh, you wasted that opportunity, Kib. Be ashamed of yourself.
I guess it's difficult to get another opportunity. The only annoying part is getting to his front head in time before he gets up.
Yeah,
I think the
get
Reds
into
will
his
get him.
front.
I have risen, and the world shall bow before me.
Yeah, Bjorge. I wish I'd bow before Kib. It's like, that's weird.
That's it. Stand and bask in my divine light.
I mean, there's light. He's not lying. Come on, game. Target the right thing. That thing. Here.
Summoning the will to crush you all like tiny, tiny bugs.
Like 2020 blues.
Yeah, doing a very good job of it. Standing there
Why is
and
it always
wiggling.
Boog that must be crushed? What did Boog do to deserve all of this pain and suffering?
Yeah, you don't want to waste time with this. Yeah, that goes down.
This is what I should have been, mortals. The world has been put right. I have risen, and the world shall bow.
I wonder how much hentai there is in this game.
I don't think that much.
That's it. Stand
I mean,
and bask in
maybe
my
a
divine
Juno, if
light.
anything.
Surely.
Summoning the will to crush you all like tiny, tiny bugs.
Come on, Kib, suck harder. Like an enormous pustule, he quivers.
Shall remake the world.
Shut up, you giant flaming pussy.
There's no need to be so rude, Fuzzles.
This is what I
This
should
game
have
does
been,
not deserve
mortals.
pleasantries.
The world has been put right. I have risen, and the world shall bow before me.
Wow. Will you bow before the world, Bjorge? Oh, birdie wee booby Bjorge.
Bask in
Will
my
you bow
divine
before the hippie?
light. Summoning the will to crush you all like tiny, tiny
Sandu donates $5. Say hello, Kibs. Hello, Arch. Hello, Fuzzy. Missed the Archcast, but wanted to say thanks, Arch, for the video on Failbadon and Grom. Both very entertaining.
They are,
It's
yes.
entertaining.
He's like, if you disagree, I'll kill you. Arch, like,
That
okay.
too.
Okay. At least they're honest.
We should appreciate the sheer amount of fat jokes in the Grand video.
This is what I should have been, mortals.
He was a big lad.
The world has been put right.
He's hungry.
That
The
too.
tiny bit.
Some have even called him hungry.
I have risen, and the world shall bow before me.
You have to listen to those quotes for so long.
Would it kill them to have different bits of dialogue?
Yeah, instead of listening to.
Bask in my divine light.
This isn't just an isolated problem with this game. So many games have this issue.
Yeah, they put in these quotes when I'd rather just fight.
Summoning the will to crush you all like tiny, tiny parts.
And it's not a difficult fight, it's just very, very long for what it is. Like, this is all you do. Place the flag, go around, hop.
The world has been put right. I have risen, and the world shall bow
That's a
before
fantastic.
Have you risen, Bjorch? He's like, well, once I have, and it was quite nice. It's like, okay, fair enough. Yes.
I rise every morning.
It's like, I get up quite frequently, actually. Yeah.
It's quite difficult, but I do accomplish it.
Like, I just like to imagine Barch as like a Roman god. Like, he thinks he is anyways, and so he's just like, I have risen! As he gets out of bed every morning.
But instead of rising,
Remarkably nerdy of you.
and when he doesn't feel like it, he just rings his bell.
Ding, ling,
Rings his
ling.
bell, and the butler comes up and, rise me for me. Gets
Barch
picked
is
up.
tired.
Yes, I need you to rise me out of bed. Me.
This is what I should have been, mortals. The world has been put right.
Boom, boom, Archer. No! I'm intercepted with my body. Because I'm a team player.
I have risen, and the world shall bow before me.
Okie dokie pokey.
Now, make him feel your presence, Kibs.
That's it. Stand and bask in my divine light.
Can you imagine just how disgusting it is in that belly of that thing?
What's that, master?
Ah. Pop. Pop.
Shall remake the world.
Pop. This is trivial now. I'm sad.
It is.
Also, the mob spawned from the second one because we let that get crazy.
This is what I should have been, mortals. The world has been put right.
Because no.
I have risen, and the world shall bow.
Like, of all the final
before
boss
me.
designs, this is what they came out with for a rush game.
They should have looked at Pikmin. There's actually some pretty good bosses there. The spider boss was really scary. Or the fucking mushroom boss in Pikmin, the one that turns your minions into... This is kind of like the mushroom boss, because it sort of infects your minions a little bit.
Well, if you let it.
Oh, we're close. He's not dead yet.
Will to crush you
Yeah.
like tiny, tiny parts. Shall
No, I'll intercept the arrow!
world. This is what I should have been, mortals.
Yeah, the Overlord boss, the old Overlord boss in the first game was too long and too easy. Let's give him something long and tedious instead.
I have risen, and the world shall bow before me. Jesus, immediately! This is it! My ascension! I'm being taken up! I will embrace the world!
Poof.
Or, alternatively, cover it in glue.
And so it has ended. The cycle starts afresh.
You know, the
I
Overlord
hope
could
you don't
just put
expect
that
me
mace
to
over your
clean this
head.
up. Men can't destroy without getting everything all messy.
Wow.
And
Boop.
so the glorious empire fell. Ending
Is this a neutral ending? Did I get the right one?
in a pile of sludge on the ground.
I think that's...
And a new reign started. One born of
Yeah, this is domination.
servitude,
We
and a
got
great
it.
deal of partying.
We did it. All that laboring was worth it. We got the right ending.
This doesn't seem very
And the
economical.
master lived in harmony with his mistresses. But one day his power too may come to an end, for there are many things that seek to bring down an overlord.
A gesture
Some come
again.
from the darkest pits, and some from the shiniest cities, whilst others are merely biding their time. Because evil always finds a way.
There it is. The final.
We have beaten the game. It is ogre now, chat.
Ogre, yes. Such a disappointing sequel. That's putting it mildly.
Well, it got rushed. Like, they ran into the problem of development time.
Yep.
The first one had the same issue with development time, which is a reoccurring theme with Codemasters, it seems.
Yes, they don't manage. Then there's the fact that they split their resources between games.
Yep,
Well,
they
three-
developed, what, 3 different games? One for the Wii, one for the, fucking...
DS. One of the portables, I think DS. Then there was this one.
Because this was back in that silly era when they made multiple games for different systems. I remember there was a Splinter Cell game where they did the same thing and it was different like on every console. It's like, you know how much fucking resources that is wasted? Oh.
Yes, and there. Yeah, 2009. So around this 2009, so same year as Boulevard Legend. Was that 2009 also? So 3 games in the same year. Also, wait, this one was Climax Action. Okay, so it was a different one, subsidiary. Though I'm
Yep.
pretty sure.
Well, normally they
Climax
hand it off to
involved.
some other teams, but it's still a waste of money.
Yeah, it's still a support studio that could have helped flesh out this game.
Well, that studio I think is more specialized in handheld stuff.
Well, this is the Wii version. It's the old
Oh,
one.
Wii version. Because they're going to be more familiar with the architecture of the Wii platform. You got to remember that different consoles have different architectures, and understanding them and how to work within those systems is actually a whole other mess together. That's why
All
things like
together.
Unity are actually kind of a little bit unique, because Unity actually offers the ability to transfer sort of more or less seamlessly between them. Again, you're still going to have to do some working there to get them to run properly. But it's built in such a way that it's meant to be able to go for pretty much every modern system. Porting's easier with Unity. Porting is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Especially when it's an
That's why
in-house engine. Whoa.
That's why there are studios that specialize in porting. Like, I think Saber Interactive does a lot of work like that.
You're a port. Speaking of ports, Creative Assembly has said that Medieval 3 is totally a thing they want to do.
The fact that they bring that up means that Medieval 3 is probably in development. If it's in that goddamn Warscape engine, though, I'll fucking... Oh, God,
It will
no.
be.
But Creative Assembly will get a mighty large boot of its.
And why do I get the feeling Medieval 3 is going to be so watered down it's not even funny?
Because it will be.
Because
They
it
simply
is.
Don't.
I'd love to
They
be
simply-
surprised. I'd love to be like, wow, holy shit, dude, we were so wrong. But, like, I've got this suspicion that it's, like, it's going to be awful.
Look at the results of Creative Assembly over the past decade. Can you honestly have any faith in this studio anymore? Heck, what they've done to Three Kingdoms alone. Not to mention the other stuff like well, Troy's technically another studio, but there's
Where's the Bulgarian team?
yet more
Too
Britannia.
inexperienced, sadly.
Britannia? That was a train wreck.
Britannia? What are you, Pokemon?
Britannia. The pay for the beta game. Pay for our
Yeah.
experiments. That was a horrible travesty.
Experiments that got more fleshed out in Three Kingdoms.
Yup.
Well, fleshed
Hey,
out,
it
as
worked.
in they've worked. Yeah.
Actually, most of the
People bought
features
it.
in Brodens of Britannia actually didn't make it into any other Total War. They sort of
Ah.
died there. Like the war exhaustion system died there. Thank God, because that was stupid. Hey, let's punish the player for playing the game. But like, fucking no, why?
You're not Europa Universalis, Total War. Like, you have one thing, that's the battles.
Our
Yes, and
people
also-
are exhausted. We cannot fight wars, but the AI just keeps fighting wars with you. It's like, okay.
That's the worst part. Whatever mechanics affect you, the AI much of the time, if not all of the time, ignores.
The thing is, the Total War fandom have become a bunch of sad, pathetic sheep-fucking simps. Thrones of
really have.
Britannia has very positive recent reviews.
Oh, it's an abandoned game. That's the worst part.
So that's kind of easy to have with Steam reviews, like 61, yeah. 61 reviews,
Thrones of
that's
Britannia
easy
is
to get.
dead as a doornail.
Let's look at community up. 300 people playing the game. It's dead.
Oh my god, I booted up Total Warhammer 3 to test it for the fucking stream that's gonna be tomorrow, I think, or the day after tomorrow, I don't remember. That I'm gonna do for the game, because it's Mortal Empire's fucking beta. And oh my god, I got so bored, like the first battle, like I quit right after it. I'm like, I'm bored. Escape, close. Like there's just,
Hey.
it's so boring. Like the battles feel so lame. Like the heroes, I really hate the heroes. I don't know what it is about heroes, but I hate seeing one unit solo an army. Like, oh, what's the point of strategy if you can just send one dude at the enemy and just like fucking tank
I'll
two
sum
units?
up I'll sum up Warhammer's battles in like this. It was built for the multiplayer crowd. It was not built for the single player. I am more and more convinced of that the more I just look at the results of it.
It's weird because the
Compared to the other
multiplayer battle scene is actually fucking like, it doesn't have proper stuff like Shogun 2 did. Like Shogun 2 I think was one of the better ones besides Total War Arena. Total Arena was probably the best when it came to multiplayer stuff. But they dropped that like a fucking rock. And then they handed it off to Wargame. See, when Sia was handling Arena, it wasn't half bad. When they handed it to Wargame, holy shit. Wargame was like, let's make everything impossible to get grind-wise. And so the game was just... You better get used to that fucking Hastati unit, Orange, because you're not fucking getting Brinkapes anytime within your lifespan.
Actually, Kyle, I didn't have to because I was not stupid enough.
There's so many
What?
things I love about
That
Total Arena,
fucking
though.
game.
Total Arena. There's one thing that came over to Troy that I'm annoyed from Total Arena, but didn't. There's two things. Number one, Total Arena, you could mount troops on cliff faces and ledges. That was such a cool mechanic. The second thing was tall grass. Tall grass was actually pretty cool because it added different layers to the battlefield. The third thing was the much better fucking Fog of War mechanic. The Fog of War systems in Total Arena are simply just better. The fourth fucking thing is the level design. Jesus Christ, Total War Arena has some of the best levels in a Total War game. Some of the most like cool dynamic levels that are just so cool. And I'm like, how come none of the other Total Wars have these levels? Not a single one. Ugh. You got new gifts? Oh yeah, we've got to go through the Discord memes.
That's what you get for being a Kyle.
Oh, that's right. Barch's Little Pony. And then your fapping noises. Blap, 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 blap. Fucking channel.
Clopping, actually.
NTR number 1. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Oh my god, you put a lot of effort into that. That's incredible.
Some of these animations are actually pretty good.
You guys edited the fucking ones, but there's even a Barch one. You know, we'll go through them all 4 of them. Barch will actually like these. We'll pull up Barches on stream. This one, and it's got a Neko Barch. Oh my god. Alright, Barch, you need to look at the stream now.
I don't.
Guess what, my...
I can't find it. Your server is a mess.
It's the
Shame on you.
stream, my YouTube channel. Don't you know what that is? Like, no, Barch has no idea, to be honest with you, kid. It's like, oh, I'm sending it to you, lazy fuck. There, now look in your DMs. Turn that little blonde frown upside down. What do you think of that?
Front. Yawn, actually.
Look at it.
Wrong color on the glasses. A 0 out of 10.
Damn.
Minus 11 out of 2.
Minus 11 out of 2.
Ooh, difficult.
All around chat are familiar. I'll add those as emojis into the Discord. There's one. The other one. Got.
That is too much effort for a Kibs meme, though. Reject him harder, chat.
They edited these GIFs. They fucking put a lot of effort into this shit. I applaud you, chat. I don't know how you painted over that, because those were released relatively recently. Did you go frame by frame and do it, Sturha? Because if you did it frame by frame, I'm impressed. He's like, next frame, color bucket tool, fill. Well, chat, this is cursed. These are interesting. I will add some. Actually, I wonder if they will work. I wonder if they're compatible, because Discord can be quite finicky when it comes to emojis. I don't want to take that one because to kill yourself now. Emojis. Desktop. Let us see little chat rads. What the fuck is this thing called? It's called Dust Off. Okay. That's why I couldn't find that damn thing, chat. Oh, yep, it's added. Alright, I will add the rest. We'll be back again with another stream to fill in the gaps for the one we missed earlier this morning. And a little bit. So have a fun little recess, little chat, man. And we will be back shortly. So see you in a little bit, chat.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the donos.